23123. Let me just boop that up a little bit. It's now booped. Hey, you can see the shield. You can see the shield. You can see me. We're good. Hello, welcome or welcome back. I am Michael DiNicola. I'll be your illustrator for today. Your illustratrix for the day. This is the sped up super speed version of the last drawing I did. I start the show by thanking my patrons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As well as by showing a little to anybody new who might be coming by, or anybody who missed yesterday's stream, might be a little curious as to what I got up to artistically in your absence. So here we go. Let's pick this up even further. And this is kind of the rough version of this. I would actually didn't like the way she came out. What the? Hang on. You'd think after 5 years of streaming, I would actually know how to position my mic in a way where it didn't bash into everything and give us all a headache. Okay, here we go. I decided to do a 11 from Stranger Things season 1 piece. And I had this idea, this was the concept, you could see it here. She's kind of just exploding with this kind of like telekinetic energy. And I was gonna have her attacking a Demigorgon, which she like pushes it through a wall, you know, whatever. In the end, I ended up tinkering. I tinkered with the concept of it. I played around with like positioning. You know, as you can see, I moved the hand around. I moved the goo around. I wanted to see what the most, you know, I wanted to see what the most dynamic shapes would be in this scenario. And I thought this is so like this looked cool and all, this part of it. What's up, Tenko? This part looked fun and you understood what she was doing. She was kind of attacking, but what it was missing was the actual, like, the Demigorgon itself. The Demigorgon, like the bits of it, those like weird face tentacle things that it has. So yeah, you can see the claw thing. I included the claw thing, but I wanted a little bit more of the monster. So at the very least, you kind of knew what she was going for. Hang on, let me pin that. Oh, oops. No, replace pin message. Let's try that again. I'm just pinning a message to the channel. There it is. Okay, yeah, so I already knew I wasn't going to do too much coloring with it. I wasn't going to do too much rendering. I basically just wanted kind of a more manga-inspired piece, where the piece is relatively flat, you know? Like in manga, it's basically inking and some halftone, some very light rendering at times, but nothing too fancy. It's here, actually printed out this page from Akira. Here we go. You see that? What an excellent shape language design. Again, it's tough to see in this lighting. In this lighting, it's pretty tough to see. I wonder if I could white balance this, because this is black and white. Let me see. Let me go into the side cam. Configure video. Let's try white balance. There we go. You know what? You know what's weird? When I put the auto, what's up, Tubo? When I put the auto white balance on, it does this, and you're like, oh yeah, this is exactly the white balance I need. And the second I undo auto, it goes away. It's like, dude, you literally just had it, and now you made it pink. God, this fucking camera, man. What a absolute piece of shit camera. Logitech sucks. Logitech is complete ass. The company is shit. I'm just gonna shit on Logitech the entire time. Anyway, so I've been flipping through Akira lately, and seeing this kind of artwork dominate the pages, it made me want to incorporate some I maybe want to incorporate some of those effects, some of those manga effects in this same piece. Let's see. All right, anyway. So now you see I've redrawn this now. So we went from this where it was just basically, it was basically like she was blowing a hole in something, but you weren't sure what. You just knew that she was blowing something up, and then I added the Demigorgon. So now, without a shadow of a doubt, you know exactly who or what she was attacking. And yeah, and then I redrew her in her outfit because she was looking a little bit. I didn't like the way I'd originally sketched her. She kind of looked like a thug. She kind of looked like a street thug. Yeah, added a little bit, added a few effects, yada yada yada, some debris, and then yeah, basically that's the gist of it. Kind of a manga style 11. You know, I'm gonna post this. Hang on, let me. Here's it finished. Here's it finished. Let me show it to you by itself, large on screen. Man, why is this so blurry? I wish this screen wasn't so blurry, because it actually looks really. Yeah, you know, it's not. Look, it's not as blurry when I look. See, it's not nearly blurry when I zoom this in. When I zoom it in like this, it actually looks pretty damn clean. Anyway, here's the piece. I like the way it came out. Minimal color, very minimal. I actually had a few different versions of this. I actually created a actually did a red one, which I thought was really, really fun, really intense. Kind of fits the it fits the aesthetic of the upside down. But it was kind of hard to read, and also I would have had to have recolored her as well. I would have had to have recolored 11 and just kind of make her match this red background. And I don't know, it was much too monochrome for me. It was far too monochrome for me, your boy. I wanted something a little bit more colorful, I guess. And then oh, this is it plain. Here's a more saturated version of the colors. It's kind of like lemon lime teal coloring, which kind of on the color wheel. Let's see, let's go to triadic, tetradic, split complementary. Interesting. Fucking color theory is a real trip, man. Color theory. Oof, man. Goddamn headache. So wild. Alright, anyway. Enough goofing off with the colors. This is where we ended up. I dig it. I feel like you definitely get the impression that she's tearing something apart. If you recognize Levin, you probably assume that it's the Demigorgon that she's tearing apart. You know, it's kind of a if you know, you know type thing. Do you know what sucks, man? My browser is such shit. If I pull up the Pinterest homepage, let's say. Yeah, let's say I pull up the Pinterest homepage. Like here, I've got the Pinterest homepage open now. Is that titty? Ooh, that's titty. I can't show you that. Wow, titty on Pinterest front page. Interesting. All right, but here, check this out. So here we got some awesome art here. Oh, this looks like some Daniel Warren Johnson, I believe. Anyway, so you got cool art, you got some advertisements. But like, let's say I want to take a better look at this one, right? What ends up happening if I'm hanging out with you guys and I get to drawing stuff and I'm doodling, and then I go back here to click on one of these images to take a look, you know, to admire some art. Oh, this looks like Daniel Warren Johnson. That's fun. Anyway, it won't actually send me back to the drawing. What it will do what you just saw it do now. It will refresh the entire page. So the entire page just is gone. If there was a cool image you saw that you wanted to click on, gone, vanished. You ain't never seeing that image again. Ooh, Akira. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Enough looking at Pinterest. Let's say, how about we start with a warm-up sketch. I don't like using Pinterest. I just grab images off and I store them local. That's too much, well, you know, dude, I don't store anything really locally on my PC. I mean, obviously I do. Obviously I have plenty of local files, but I store them all on the cloud as a backup. Ever since I lost a hard drive with a couple of years worth of art. Now, they weren't good years, mind you. You know, they were very early on in my art journey, and, well, quite frankly, they were shit, but I still wanted them. So after that hard drive shit the bed, and I lost a bunch of things that I didn't want to lose, but lost all the same, I decided, fuck this, dude. I'm backing everything up in the cloud from now on. So, the way I look at it, if my actual art itself is already on the cloud, and so is just about everything else I do, might as well keep my art references on the cloud as well. So now at this point, when it comes to Pinterest, I have maybe, let's see, I mean, how many pins might I have total? Let's see, let me see if I go to, yeah, I've got about 10,000 pins. I've got 10,000 pins, and I believe these pins, oh my goodness, I've got 10,000 pins, but these are only, that's not including the secret boards I have. Yeah, 10,000, that's 10,000 man. All right, so if I've got 10,000 public pins, that means I about at least half of what I have. I'm gonna say I have at least a total of 15. I might have about 15,000 pins total. I have a good backup strategy. It's the interface of Pinterest I don't like. How is the interface of Pinterest any different from the interface that you have just scrolling through Windows? Like just going through your Windows images, is it not? And also with the Pinterest, you can literally search through. You could search through your own pins for stuff in that file folder. And also, by the way, if you're at a Comic-Con or you're doing work on the road and you don't have your entire PC with you, it's just so much easier to just get on Pinterest on your phone. Let's say you're at a Comic-Con, somebody walks by and somebody, let's do it right now. What's a character? Nightcrawler. Maybe call out an X-Men or a comic book character. Not too obscure though. Let's see. All right, so let's say somebody wants Nightcrawler. Check this out. And these are just the images that I posted. So I Pinterest searched Nightcrawler, and then not only do I have a ton of pins, I dedicated a board. I created a secret art board full of various references for Nightcrawler. And I've done that with many heroes. Many heroes. Many TV and movie characters. If even if let's say I'm sketching 11. I don't think I used one for her because her whole thing changes every season, and the image is already there. The references I don't need to save. What's the e-girl reference board? I actually have a few. I have one that's called Ladies, that is just a variety of gals. There are some e-gals in here. There's also some nudity in here. But this one's public. So this one's for all to see. For anybody who's curious as to the kind of women I'm drawing, who I'm referencing. And it's no girl in particular. Although you might say that there's a lot of, like, some of these ladies really look quite similar. Stranger Things girl. Which one's the girl from Stranger Things? 11? I don't have a reference. I don't think I have a reference for 11. But yeah, no, just because, oftentimes, let's say you're at a comic book convention and somebody walks by your table and is like, can you draw me a Doctor Doom? And you're like, I sure can. Of course I can draw you a Doctor Doom. And then you're like, fuck, dude, I haven't drawn Doctor Doom in like 3 years. And I'm like, fuck, and you can't quite remember. That's why I made these Pinterest boards. So I could pull up my phone right then and there, pull up Pinterest, search my own pins for let's do it right now. Let's do it right now, dude. I'm going to literally search. I'm searching for Doctor Doom. I've got a Doctor Doom Pinterest board. These are all the pins that I found of Doctor Doom, from some really old school retro versions to new versions to, that looks like Alex Maleev maybe. Who is that? Who did this? Uncertain as to who drew this, but it's excellent. Anyway, plenty of reference for the armor, plenty of reference for the hood. Even, look, there's even some 3D stuff in here, or no, that's actually an action figure. Plenty of poses to choose from, yada yada yada. So that's why I love Pinterest for reference. Pinterest for reference all day, every day. My favorite. Hello, Anon, and welcome. Hey, dude, I'm new. Do you take requests? Not generally, but I'll hear you out. I'll hear out a request. I mean, I'm 90% sure I won't do it, but I'll hear you out. Pitch your case, friend. Let's see what you got. Because I was gonna do a quick, like maybe like 30-minute warm up. I was gonna do a quick maybe 30-minute warm up doodle. Ooh, let me see if that commission command will work across the pond over on the YouTube. Hello, if it isn't our old friend Andrew Jacobson. Welcome back.
Hey Matt, how you doing?
It's Matt and Andrew back at it again. Coughing, man. Are you all right, dude? You okay?
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
You're hawking up loogies.
I just didn't expect you to be funny at all.
That's
Here we are, laughing.
It's accidental every time it happens.
I believe you fully.
It's pretty cool that you were both looking at pictures of Dr. Doom. Here's the the character I have in mind. Oh, you Dr. Doom? You want me to doodle Doom? I'll give you the concept I have in mind because you draw it according to how you see it in your head. I'm very curious. Yeah, give me your concept. Let's hear it out. He was doing the intercourse. Who was doing intercourse? Midget, when was the last time you made coitus?
A couple of weeks ago, I think.
Was it with a person you loved?
Yeah.
That's really sweet, man. That's really. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna dig any further. But good for you. Did you find it? Was it fulfilling?
No, actually.
May I ask why not?
I think it's the last time I'm gonna sleep with this person. It was I don't know. It was okay. Wasn't crazy.
It's funny. That seems to be one of those rare chances when you know the goodbye. I call it the goodbye, just because I can't think of a better term for it. But I've learned in my old age as I hurtle through my 30s and with 40 ever approaching on that horizon, right? The same way I was in my 20s not long ago, knowing that I was hurtling towards 30, if I've made it that long. The goodbye is the last time you do something so many times in your life, you don't know it's the last time you're going to do it.
Last time you're like held or something.
Like maybe like a close friend that you fall out of touch with, but like you didn't know that you were gonna fall out of touch with this friend. Maybe like you were hanging out at a bar or at their house and chilling, and you assumed you'd see them again the same way you always have, but you don't. Or perhaps you're a person who, like me, spent a lot of time playing Call of Duty with friends on the internet, and then you're playing with your hardcore Call of Duty buddies or whatever. Maybe it's hardcore World of Warcraft buddies, or maybe it's hardcore Diablo friends. I don't know, whatever, right? Maybe it's your Overwatch friends. Again, even for me, this works. Overwatch. I used to play Overwatch a ton of people from the stream. I can't remember, but there was a goodbye there where it was like me, John Amore, Volpsy, maybe you, maybe Claire, maybe like Phasaria, maybe like who knows, maybe fucking Samuel Tucker, who knows? But there may have been like 20 of us playing Overwatch at once. But none of us knew this at the time. But it was the last time we'd ever be playing that game together. But there's life. It's so crazy how life is full of these things. Even with like people who are your near and dear friends who you just assumed that you'd always be doing those things with, because it doesn't really hit you at the time that this might be the last time that I see so and so, and not because anything like dark or bad or like foreboding or forlorn or not for any melancholy reason, just because that's life. That's just how That's just the way things happen. For example, dude, even our D&D campaign. Did we know that was going to be... we that's a perfect one. You and I, and those were the rest of us, did not know that what our last D&D session was going to be. We didn't realize it at the time. We know now. And then you think back, maybe if you had known, you might have cherished that last go. You know, the last time you pulled up your D&D
Right.
sheet from D&D Beyond, the last time you rolled your dice at that table. So I guess this is my sentimental old man way of saying to anybody who's in earshot right now, make sure you savor even the things that you might take for granted more often than not. Even the stuff that you might think will always be there, more than likely won't. Not for any horrifying reasons, but just because that's the way the cookie crumbles in life. So yeah, make sure to just, if you can remember, just take a moment, take a deep breath, and try to hold on to it. Try to, take a mental snapshot of that thing that you love doing with people that you love doing it with, just for future you, so you can remember. How do we get to this sentimental place, Midger?
I don't know, dude. You got real soft. You got real soft, Mike.
Dude, I'm a soft touch, baby. You might not know it. Under the callous, borderline sociopathic exterior lies the beating heart of a poet.
Classic, Mike.
Hey, nerdy, you got any of that? Did you catch any of that? No, get out of here. Get out of here with that.
You know what you're saying is crazy because it's even bigger than that. Like at some point,
Yeah.
your parents pick you up for the last time in your life.
Yes.
Which I don't know. I think I was just kicked more than anything.
No, it's true, man. Your parents will pick you. There was a moment in my mid-20s when it just by happenstance, because of like people like going in different cars and stuff, it just so happened that my sister and I were both in our late 20s in the back of my parents' car, and they were giving us a ride somewhere. And I remembered, because I thought to myself, this is it. I know for a fact this is most likely going to be the last time my sister and I are in our car seats, because we always had car seats. I sat on the left behind my dad. She sat on the right behind my mom. And we took our familiar seats the same way we did our entire childhood, and we got in the car and we drove to like the diner or whatever. I think it was maybe it was a funeral or something, and it was just like old times. We were like looking at the window, looking at our phones, kind of shooting the shit with our parents. It was that exact dynamic, and I thought, oh fuck, this is it. This is probably one of those goodbyes. So I remembered I took my own advice. It was one of the rare instances when I actually do that, and I remembered, let me hang on to this. This is funny. This is going to be this is a memory.
I had a moment like that, not like pass me by without even thinking about it. And we were in the midst of moving from the north side to the south side, and we were still on the north side for I think it was like the last day. And we went and saw Hardcore Henry, my brother and I, at a midnight showing, because that's when it came out. And I didn't think about it then, but that probably will be the last midnight showing him and I ever go together too.
Wow. Yeah, no, yeah. It's really funny how that is. Oh,
Mikey Softballs, that's your new nickname.
That's me, the softest in town, little plushy nuts. Here we go. Anon says, an anime-style character, a king, a snooty, posh, lavish king, young and heart-throbbingly attractive, but with a clear glint of greed in his eye. He almost sounds like you're
Sounds
talking
like
about
a D&D character.
Yeah, talking about D&D character. Almost you're posh, snooty, lavish.
Posh.
Slight greed in the eye. Sounds like he sounds like the character of Loki.
Oh yeah,
I thought they were
totally.
describing me personally.
That's exactly the adjectives that come to mind when I think of you, Matthew.
Amongst others.
But also a clear semblance of heart that is very important. Not entirely have influence, hint of redeemability. Can you visual that visually with your own idea in an anime style? Could I do that? Could I do that? I could try.
Mike, you still
Let's give it a go. I'll do it for 30 minutes. Yeah, what's up?
you still watching anime in the PMs?
I haven't in some time, man. I've been like I said, Fooly Cooley's the one that's on the list. It's
Oh, really?
It's been in my folder to be watched. Why the hell haven't I watched it? I just haven't done when I'm done with stream, I usually take a bunch of time to clear my brain out of cobwebs that accumulate during the stream hours. And then when I'm done crying and in the shower, then I usually just start. I usually listen to YouTube and draw. But I mean, that's just, you know what it is? That's my default. Like that's my, I'm not thinking, let me put some music on and draw, or let me put YouTube on just so that somebody's talking in the background. Like like to take the alternate road, you should be like, oh, let me put on Fooly Cooly and watch that. That's definitely yeah, no, that's definitely something I want to do, because I've also got two other shows I want to watch. I want to watch the Blade Runner anime that's on Netflix. That came out.
What is that about?
I don't know, but I'm a sucker for anything
Blade
like
Runner?
sci-fi and cyberpunky. Speaking of which, did you see the Cyberpunk trailer? The Cyberpunk anime trailer?
I heard something about that. I haven't seen it yet. Is it
It looks solid, dude. It looks like you're going back to the world of I don't know if it's exactly what's it, Midnight City?
Looking up the trailer.
What's the city named in Cyberpunk?
Isn't it Night City?
Night City, not Midnight City. Although Midnight City's fucking cooler than Night City, but all right. Yes. I think if it's not Night City, it's very close to Night City, but it's that same dystopian cyberpunk Blade Runner-esque environment.
Edge Runners?
It's called Edge Runner, yeah, Edge Runners.
Yeah.
Which is excellent because that's the class that I decided to spec into for Cyberpunk. That game is beautiful.
Oh, this is by CD Projekt Red.
Oh, I didn't know it was. Oh, wow. Didn't know they were getting into animation like that. I like that doodle, the one in the middle. Which one in the middle? The mermaid? With the skull bra? Alright, let's see. Alright. Young, proud, he tells greedy, but not irredeemable. This is funny. This is like an art prompt. Haven't considered using an art prompt in quite some time. So you know what I'll do? I got my phone.
Trailer looks cool.
Trailer looks solid, man. Yeah, so Blade Runner, Cyberpunk, it comes out in September, so I got some time. But also, Love, Death, and Robots Season 3 came out, and I want to watch that. I've heard there's some really good shorts in there.
I just started the first season. I've never watched it.
Like any of these anthology series, it's hit and miss. Some you love, some you forget, and some you could do without. But season 1 was great. Season 2 lost my interest halfway through. I felt there was more stinkers in there than not, so I didn't continue. But people said season 3 is more akin to season 1, where there's lots of compelling things. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can.
I like those boobs, Mike. Cool boobs.
Yeah, you know what? It's the gravity. You gotta make sure you nail the gravity of the titty.
Cool boobs.
All right, let's. Season 3 has been hit after hit. Hey, Devin's ego. Lego my ego. I haven't quite finished it yet, but it's good. Excellent. See, it's that kind of talk. Mid-dweem. Austin Marie Jacobson.
Why you gotta incite my entire middle name in there, huh?
You tell me your middle name like you told me a bunch. It's Dennis, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yeah, it's good. It's good. Do you like it?
I like it.
Cool.
Denis.
Yes, that's the French.
That's the French way. Austin Denis. Season 3.
New.
And Devin's ego, welcome, first time viewer. Look at you chiming in tough, chiming in strong. Did you see the Stranger Things doodle I did, Austin Denis?
Yeah, when I popped in 11, right? Yeah, this is kicking.
Yeah, it's baby 11. I want to do a modern one with the season 4 vibes. I don't know if you guys have watched it yet. I won't spoil
Are
But
you caught up?
I'm fully caught up. I can't wait for the second part.
Same.
They're really kicking ass this season. All right.
Yeah, they're doing good.
Let's see if we can't doodle some. So Matt and I were hanging out last night until the wee hours of the morning. So partying
Nice.
until like, I think I was streaming till like 3:30 a.m. last night.
Really? Wait, yesterday was Wednesday.
Yeah, so I guess Thursday morning, technically speaking.
Word.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I was finishing the Stranger Things piece as well as just shooting the shit with Rum and Matt and Liz.
Really?
Yeah,
That sounds great.
Yeah, we were all hanging out, just a couple of party animals.
The crew.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming Nikki would have come by and hung out and the rest of them, but it was late, man. She was probably long asleep by then.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think he was dead to the world like 2 hours before you even went live.
Really, she just disappeared.
Oh, she's been getting beat up at work, so she's just been tired and shit lately.
Well, that sucks. It sucks that work can just suck the most energy out of you.
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
Yeah, no, look, because you're just trying to pay the bills, but I know.
You were working at a
Yeah,
at a coffee shop for a minute, right?
I was.
Cool.
But being on your feet and essentially doing light customer service throughout the day, it was so fucking draining, man. Doing both of those things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you nice to people?
Yeah. Man, because here's the deal. I say this all the time. My default is cordial and nice until you give me a reason to not be.
Until you
give me a reason.
Yeah.
Bofanagu, eh?
Exactly.
Gabagool.
Yeah. So listen, there's time to be nice and there's time to be a dickhead.
How was having coworkers? Were they cool?
They were very nice. Everybody's
Cool.
basically in there for the same reason. They want
Food.
they want to eat and get some coffee and go on their merry way, and the employees want to pay their bills and go home.
Exactly.
So what ends up happening is you just it's almost like, dude, working in a coffee shop or working at a restaurant or working at a bar, what ends up happening is you grow this camaraderie. Even in retail, you get this camaraderie with almost like they're your brothers in arms in the war zone that is dealing with customers.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Melee Fox, how art thou? Melee says, Matt.
Double dose of melee today.
Melee, how do you feel about Ezra Miller? Is these attractive enough for you, Melee, for you to leave your house and travel around the world with them? Melee, hear me out. Ezra Miller, he's coming to a town near you. I mean, they's coming to a town near you.
They is coming with their groomer van.
That's right.
And they want to talk to
And they get a load of you, Melee, and they says to themselves, Ezra gotta have. Ezra need me some of this Melee. Ezra, they says to themselves, me in the Melee business now, baby. would you go with? Would your parents allow you to go with?
Ezra Miller's like, come on, kid, we got 60-year-old women to whip chairs at.
You know, we had this conversation last night. I'm gonna have the same conversation tonight. Is the relationship between Doc and Marty weird or inappropriate? Because, you know,
I would say no.
Doc is not of a relation to him. And, you know, if you were the father of a 16-year-old child, and that 16-year-old tells you, when you say, hey, kid, where you been all day? I was hanging out at Doc Brown's place. I'm sorry, Doc who? Oh, right. Just this old guy I know. Though,
is when you watch the movie, you see Doc Brown is clearly not a sexual creature.
No, he's like a surrogate father figure to Marty.
He's like the uncle that Marty hangs out with because his dad's a fucking goon.
Yeah, right. But we know that. But if again, Matt, dude, I'm telling you, Matt, from what I know of you, if your 60-year-old came home and told you that they're hanging out at the old man's place,
I'd be going to visit Doc Brown.
Yeah, there'd be talk. There'd be a real conversation we had.
Keep my son's name out your fucking mouth.
Right? I mean, as would most people. But, you know, like, we excuse it because we know the relationship is that it's unique. But on paper...
if I'm Marty McFly, or if I'm Mr. McFly...
George McFly, how dare you?
He's Mr. McFly to me because he's the actor's only in it for the one real movie.
That's right. Get out of here, Crispin Glover. You turd.
If Marty came... well, actually, he was in the right. I'll go into that in a second.
No, we're teasing.
But... although he's such a weird
he's
motherfucker,
isn't he? He's nuts. He's notoriously difficult to work with.
It's hard to like him at all because he's just such a kooky bird.
Yeah, he's a kookster. And like I said, notoriously difficult on stage to work with. Or I mean, honestly, on set. All right, anyway.
But like, no. But I do agree, because if Marty came home and he was like, yeah, Doc and I hung out and I ended up falling asleep over there.
Yeah.
I'd grab my gun and I'd go visit Doc.
Yeah, you and Doc are going to have a conversation.
The whole line of "Run for it, Marty" would be for an entirely different fucking reason, because I'm going to come shooting.
Yeah, you'd be the Libyans.
Yeah. Oh no, what is it? It's your father!
Yeah, Melee.
I just have my crazy friends with me.
Yeah, Melee, if you stayed the night over an older man's house, what would your dad do? Would you just be like, oh, okay, who was it? Oh, Ezra Miller? Oh, great. Yeah, no problemo. Oh, an old scientist? Cool.
You mean that old pervert up in the mansion? He used to have a mansion, now he lives in a garage.
Why are we talking about Ezra Miller?
Oh, because he's on the run from the law.
He's in the news.
And there is a, not a restraining order, but a, what are they calling it, Matt? Do you know the terminology?
I think the one couple actually does have a legit restraining order.
Well, that's the second one, right?
I think so. But then you've got the girl's parents trying to do stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they even can at this point.
Yeah, so that's the one I'm talking about. First off, oh my God, Ezra Miller, where do we...
Yeah, how does he have so many fucking issues?
Okay.
He's like 24 years old. Fuck off.
So first things first. Oh, court protection order. That's what it is.
Ah, okay. So basically, isn't that the same thing as like a... Like
sure.
You can't go within so many feet either way?
I guess. But the thing is, Austin, even though this hasn't been served to him yet, because he's missing. He's MIA. Him and the gal that he's meant to be keeping away from. They hit the old dusty trail. They're on the lam, dude.
How old is she?
She is 18 years old. However, she started partying with Mr. Miller back when she was 14. Is when her parents allowed her to fly across the globe to Globe Trek with Mr. Miller.
Why would you allow that in the first place? Like, there's your first mistake. You fucking... What is, like, it's the same thing back when, like, families would let their kids go to Neverland Ranch.
I was thinking the same thing. What's up? Yes.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, here, hang out at MJ's place. Oh, what? He wants you to sleep in bed with him? Oh, okay.
Don't worry if he touches you. Mommy and Daddy really need to get some alone time at the movies.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, kids. Yeah, you and how many other kids are sleeping in Michael Jackson's bed? All right.
Oh, since he's molesting so many, maybe he won't even get to you.
Yeah, he'll probably be all tuckered out. Just make sure you're last in line.
Really dirty by the end of the day.
Yeah, he's
bother me.
Go get Bubbles.
You ever see the video where like they say that his voice actually wasn't that way?
Yeah, they say he was actually, his voice was like a man's voice.
Yeah, there's a video where he goes to do an award and he's like, this next award, like he catches himself. That'd be pretty fucked up if like that legitimately wasn't his voice.
Hey, Anon, long hair, short hair? He danced so hard on stage last night, he doesn't have time for all of you. So EDP gets out and Ezra Miller goes in. EDP, was that dude? Now they caught that dude Chris Hansen style, right?
Is that the big black dude?
Yeah, the chubby black guy.
Oh yeah,
EDP.
yeah. No, he's big. He ain't chubby. He's a fat fuck.
Yeah. The morbidly obese chocolatey man.
Yeah, the morbidly obese child molester potentially.
Potentially. See, they didn't catch. Like they see, that's the thing. They didn't catch him.
See, the problem is when you have those conversations.
Yeah.
You've already broken the law.
Yeah, it's entrapment.
You're soliciting a minor.
Yeah, right. But again, they can't prosecute, right? Like if I remember correctly, the reason why.
No, you can prosecute on that because the intention of the act, especially the whole thing is, did he go to the meeting place? And if they go to the meeting place, then if you have those prior, like if he had a conversation where he's like, let's meet up, and he didn't talk about wanting to fuck them, that's one thing. But
See,
because they have the precedence of those conversations and he went to the meetup.
I had heard all those Dateline dudes never got prosecuted and it was considered entrapment.
That's not how Dateline did it.
That's what I'd heard.
Like are you talking about
I'm talking about the Chris Hansen stuff. The Chris Hansen.
I've never read that. Let me look into
Yeah, that's what I had heard. I don't know if there's I didn't look it up because I didn't give enough of a shit, but I'd heard that none of those convictions stuck at all.
I mean, here's the thing, right? The point of you can argue that the bigger point isn't necessarily to make sure that those people get put into prison. It's to stop whatever act they were going to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but even then, without that being in jail,
the DA refused to prosecute. So like, that's on the DA.
Oh wait, so it's true. None of those.
I don't know about none. Let's see. There was a sting that was set up with 25 men at once they got, and it was part of the Dateline thing. And from what I'm reading, only one of them ended up doing any time.
Yeah, see? It's not... yeah, man.
But it's a different scenario, though. If, like, To Catch a Predator is a very linear, you're coming to this specific house because this is where we set it up at. When you're talking about two people talking online and then the meeting spot is a goddamn Waffle House, that might be a different precedence.
Nah, man. I feel like if they had enough for what's his name? DDP? What the fuck is his name? EDP? I'm sorry, not Diamond Dallas Page. He would never.
He would never perform a diamond cutter on anybody under 18.
Yeah, he might show him how to do some yoga, but that's it. That dude, if they could have, man, you don't think they would have tried to prosecute that guy? They absolutely would have.
Who?
The people didn't they catch EDP because they were posing as a minor in order to
yeah, but isn't he currently in jail, or he may be a posted bail? But you can go to like jail for intent, can't you? If you solicit a minor, it doesn't matter if you go through with the act.
But was it an actual minor?
You can do jail time for that.
Weren't they just posing?
But it's all about the precedence. That's the thing, is they can use that in court. It's not entrapment to act like somebody else. But if in the conversation they get you to acknowledge that they know that you are under the age of 18, and they also do a meet, and B, solicit you sexually, that's a crime.
But there's got to be a... That's why
they always go over like what did you mean by, and what about this text where they said I'm only 15? There's a reason they do that, because that's intent. That's enough to put you. It's not the same as a pedophilia charge or a statutory rape charge, but it nonetheless is an offense you can go to jail for.
I wonder. Well, it still makes me wonder.
It's no different than if you walked up to a kid and he was like, "Hey, you want to fuck?"
You
go to jail for that.
Right, but this isn't actual children that we're talking about. This is people pretending to be children.
But it doesn't matter if the person who is
but it
going
might.
to no, it doesn't. If the person who has the intent to commit the crime is under the assumption that they are underage, it's still breaking the law. It doesn't. It's not like a Minority Report pre-crime thing. You are entering into a situation full on knowing the age of the other person. Whether or not it's real, your intention is to engage with that age of the person.
Well, then why didn't the prosecutors? Why didn't the prosecutor arrest all those people from Dateline then? Because weren't they all?
Well, it's for one thing, that's a TV show. I mean, they could. Some of them could have been actors for all we fucking know. Like, for one thing, that's between the DA and not. But it's still, you can do, whether they prosecute or not is one thing. I won't disagree with that. But with the intent, that's illegal enough to put you in jail.
I wonder. So wait,
That's why EDP actually got arrested.
Then wait, why isn't? Did he do jail time?
I think he's out on bail. Unless he's still in, I don't know. Oh, wait, I told you. Wait, he wasn't. Oh, maybe he didn't. So he got arrested initially, but he didn't do any hard time. He only did whatever was in there. Also, EDP's situation is, I would assume, slightly different, only because it's a statutory rape and not.
Oh.
It's a 16-year-old girl.
Wait, so he actually did the crime. Like he actually went. It wasn't. It wasn't a Dateline thing.
No. This was online people that caught him. This was YouTubers. This wasn't like Barbara Walters. No. This was.
Right,
this
but
wasn't
did
like
he
an
actually
on
commit
TV
the?
thing.
Did he commit the act, or was it just, these people?
Let me double check. I'm reading an article right now. Let's see.
Very curious.
I don't see. That's the thing, is I don't know. And the other thing is, I don't know 100% on that his situation in depth. I just remember reading. So, for one thing, the people that caught him was another YouTuber, and this guy goes around and he catches people doing this. He's basically YouTube version of Chris Hansen. So the television show kind of, all that garbage goes out the window. It's a different ball game. Let's see. I don't like the guy who actually runs the channel that caught him, though. He's a real dick. He just is. He's kind of I don't know. There's an ego thing about him. I'm not a big fan of. Let's see. I'm just looking. I can't find anything. That article was April. I'm trying to find, like, if he's locked up or not, or if he will be locked up. I don't think he's in jail right now. I don't know, but I mean, maybe it's a case of like, because this was a YouTuber thing where another YouTuber group caught him. Maybe the cops did the whole thing of like, well, we don't have enough to prosecute you on, and just seeing what he does. I mean, the truth of it is the guy's life is over, because the evidence that the YouTube group had there's pretty cut and dry there. I mean, he was messaging the 16-year-old talking about, or whatever the age they were, talking, sexually explicit things. Oof. By the way, what the fuck is wrong with guys? Like, how does that type of man have so little self-control? And for one thing, I'm sorry, if you're attracted to children, you should be put down. And I say that simply because you're never gonna get better. There is no cure for that. You are genetically miswired. I don't think you have any reason to be here.
Man, I'll be honest, I am fascinated by this, and I want to look into it. I want to look into the,
I mean, I would argue most DAs would prosecute if they already did the act, because it's surefire. But maybe the whole thing is like, what if he's got a really good attorney, then we waste time and money for nothing? You know what I mean? I guess the whole idea is like, we didn't catch him in the act, we caught him going to the act, therefore, what are we going to prosecute on other than intent? Intent won't get him more than whatever the minimum sentence is or maximum sentence is.
Right.
So maybe we wait and see if they do more instead and get him for the real thing. But then the problem with that is the courts are basically like, we're going to wait until he fucks a kid and then we'll arrest him.
Yeah, no, man. Like, yeah. Yeah, because like even all right, so with intent, again, even intent has its limits, right? So you might say you're going to do something, but you know, like Minority Report, they can't just slap the cuffs on you without you. Like there's a threshold there.
Intent can be prosecuted for serious jail time if there's enough like supporting things to go with it. So like, let's say you wanted to kill your spouse, like they've caught, you know, you want to kill your spouse and you planned it out and you did everything except call the hitman. I'm pretty sure like without that concrete you will commit this, it's still kind of like, well, there's still a chance they'll get off because they didn't technically do anything, but they had intent.
Hey, Pink. Yeah, so like, yeah, there has to be...
Zerko would be a good one to ask if she was here, because I think she's an actual fucking... Oh, wait, she works for ESPN, never mind. Who's the attorney we have? We got a lawyer in the group. Bard Ross, but he's a he's a psychologist.
Yeah,
he's a doctor.
We need to learn, we need to meet more lawyers so we can have these discussions and have questions answered, like, on the fly.
They are not hanging out here. Well, Bard Ross hangs out here.
Oh, yeah, because lawyers are so much better than me. They are. God damn it. Eat my life. I think being a lawyer's gotta be fun if you like if you like to run your mouth and you know what you're doing. Like if you're a good lawyer, it's gotta be a fun job for you.
Yeah, no. Well, listen, dude, that's the thing. Law is so vast. Law is so vast. You know, it's corporate law. You know, trial lawyers.
Commercial.
Yeah, there's copyright lawyers. It's such a crazy
Bankruptcy law.
Yeah, all right, divorce
Tax
lawyers. It's
like how many shrimp Bubba Gump talks about basically.
Yeah, no, it's incredible.
Tax law. Dude,
Lawyers
Cracker Barrel's not bad. They got good pancakes.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, dude, they're literally named after. It's the whitest place you can go. If you go to a restaurant and they have a gift shop and it's got that triangle game with golf tees in it.
Oh my
You're
god.
in Whitesville. Tell you that much.
I still don't know how the fuck to play that game.
I knew how to complete it when I was a kid. My buddy, who is he's technically Yugoslavian, which doesn't exist anymore, so I don't know what they're considered.
Maybe he's Macedonian.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. His dad, we all went there when we were younger. We went to Cracker Barrel, and I remember him doing that. And he was the type of guy where he would tell you a joke, and he would then laugh at it. And he had a thick accent, so he would tell you some dad joke like, why did the chicken cross the road? And then you would be like, I don't fucking know. And he's like, and he'd tell you to be like, ha, 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 and just laugh right in your face at his own joke. I liked him too. He was an awesome dude. I was getting beaten by my dad at the time, so some kooky Yugoslavian was okay with me.
Matt was like, I'm glad there was a fucking cultural genocide over there.
I did not say that. You want to know what's crazy? My buddy, who the guy was the father of, they were, well, like I said, Yugoslavian. My buddy hated, and I presume still hates Albanians.
Why? Oh, because of the thing? Because were they up to some shady stuff?
There's been conflicts between them. Mainly, I believe the Albanians, a lot of them are Muslim, and then there's been back and forth with that sort of shit. But it is a ingrained, born and taught in them hate. My mother babysat for an Albanian kid, and he had these sisters who, for our age, they were I think like 21, and we were like, oh, they're so fucking hot because they were. And I would say, come on, man, you wouldn't bang one of them, and he would look at me and say, I would never touch an Albanian whore. Like he was just he would look at this kid and be like, fuck that kid, and I would like, you're joking, right? Jesus. And he's like, nah, fuck him. And it was like, it's really I think the first time I've ever seen unrelenting true racism. Man,
when that's the case, those people, you just gotta wait for them to die, right? Like those people, you just gotta wait till they get killed off.
That'll never go away. Yeah. That hate for him will never, for the Albanians, will never disappear. Now, here's the thing: that is a story I don't understand.
Have you seen American History X?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Edward Norton.
Come on.
No, there's makes you change your stance like getting raped by white boys.
There's that Klansman. There's that Klansman that or no, what's it? Black Klansman.
Bixby.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, the black dude who went
This,
around interviewing a bunch of dudes, and
yeah,
they
that,
stopped being bad
Oh
dudes.
yeah, that guy's
yeah,
awesome. Did you watch his Joe
Yeah.
Rogan episode?
no,
No.
but I've heard about
Oh,
him.
he's awesome.
I've heard what he does. I'm assuming he believes in people, right?
Yeah, I think that's all it
But
takes.
here's the thing, like a lot of that, and I will agree there's parallels, but there's a vast difference, in my opinion, between white people being raised to hate other colors simply because, and then you have a hatred that goes back generations due to things that went on. Like it wasn't just like I hate them because I hate them. It was like there was battles and wars and slaughters that had gone on. And so it just is Yugoslavians they don't get along with the Albanians. It's not like this particular family. It's like a cultural thing.
Interesting.
I agree maybe he can turn around, but I tell you just by knowing the guy, I fucking guarantee he will never not have that opinion.
Man, what a crazy way to be a human being.
And that's the thing is he's a great dude. He's not, there is no racial prejudice in any other, he's never led on to anything else. But at that one specific, the Albanians, he hates them. And it's weird to me because, like, for one thing, I guess I just don't understand. That's Europe. That's a whole different thing that's going on. But on top of it, like, I don't have any, that's real racism. And it's just weird because I guess that just tells me how few and far between I actually see it. Like, I used to fight white power kids in high school. But other than that, like, you know, I don't get a whole lot of up in face like that's racist.
Let's see. Two Oak. It's Cracker Barrel or nothing. Hillbilly Barrel.
Their blueberry pancakes are delicious.
Olive Garden. Let's go.
Oh, I love Olive Garden. I will go to. I don't care. I don't need Authenticano. You give me the tour of Italy. That's got fettuccine alfredo, lasagna, and chicken parm. I'm good for the day. I'll fall asleep. I'll wake up tomorrow. Probably take a really, really painful movement.
Fighting the white power kids has only become worse, Matt. You get into fist fights with the Neos melee?
Oh yeah, back in the day, yeah, that was the thing. We'd go out to the forest preserve, and basically, you know those Russian videos where it's like 10 on 10 and half of them don't have shirts on? That's basically what we would do.
I'm trying to think. Wipe power kids. You know what? I did see some steel toe skinhead punks that were walking around my high school. But you know what, dude? This is Queens, New York, man. They were minority by far and wide. They were just a percentage of a percentage. So you know, not enough of them to make a stink. They're outnumbered. So
No, I mean, well, so ours, they were older than us. Like, they were the seniors and we were sophomores. And part of our group freshman year hung out with these dudes. And then kind of as they got a little older, we're like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this shit. And so then our group formed, and then it ended up, like, we had a dude, one guy was Thai, another dude is Mexican. He had, he would not acknowledge Jesus. Like, he was only into, like, Azteca religions. And you would be like,
that's fair.
You'd be like, yo, you ever see the Jesus in the Bible? And he'd be like, who? Just wouldn't acknowledge the name.
Yeah, no.
Like, we had a very like multiracial group, and then basically what it would be is like one of them would have a problem with Oak, who was our Thai guy who was like 5'4", and so like, all right, well, I guess we'll meet you in the woods, and that's just what it was.
I'm surprised more Hispanic people don't just spit in the face of Jesus and Christ and the rest of that shit. If you think about it, man, the Spaniards, those fucking disgusting European cunts, you know, they raped their theology through that entire continent. You know, I mean, through all of South and Central America. You know, unlike up north where they just killed them, down south they just they fucked Jesus into their culture and just undid you know, many millennia of their own theology and culture. And
well, that was his whole thing, is he basically, his opinion was their religions and their ideology existed before the almighty Jesus, so
Yeah.
therefore he didn't actually exist.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. That's stupid too, to go like that, be that
Well, yeah,
zealot
I mean,
about it. But the fucking point stands. And listen, it's the same thing with the atheists. When you see an atheist walk by and like spit on a church, it's like, okay, you fucking edgelord.
Well, the funny thing is, atheists are like, I don't believe in religion, and it's like, yes, you do. Atheism is your religion.
I mean, well, that's the
You're
thing.
still part of a cult.
Well, some of them do turn atheism into. They become devout non-believers.
Yeah, devout. Fuck God. And you ever notice how atheists never talk about anything but Christianity?
It's because they're a normal atheist, which is I consider myself more often than not a normal atheist or agnostic
I don't know what I am.
or whatever the fuck, a non-believer. I'm definitely a non-believer in regards to any kind of organized religion.
Yeah, I'd go that far as well.
But I don't have any ridiculously strong opinions on it, one way or the other. Like in regards to Hispanic people, that's the one thing I have an opinion on. But that's not a theology thing. That's a cultural thing. My point on that is, it's like, dude, if you're looking to get in touch with your roots or your heritage, it is not Jesus. It is not Mary. It's not these stupid candles that you light.
If you've got any of the Azteca blood in you, theoretically, you should be doing sacrifices on your front lawn.
Yeah, fucking do that shit, dude. Dude, that's metal as fuck, dude, and way cooler.
Is the mailman not putting your packages close enough to your fucking doorstep? He gotta go.
Hey, when you see depictions of old, Native Americans from the Americas, they're old gods. Way fucking more badass, more interesting than any fucking Jesus shit.
How come, like, we have God, right? If you believe in that, who's supposed to be the Almighty, but like Zeus, essentially. Why is Jesus so feeble?
Yeah, he should be
we couldn't
superpowers.
have built Jesus,
He should be an Avenger.
right? Like Jesus should have been like, "What do you do, Jesus?" And he's like, "Everything." He can talk as soft as he wants, but he needs to be Chris Hemsworth, just clone.
Yeah, Jesus should have. He should have jumped out of one of those portals at the end of Endgame.
Jesus is now an Avenger, played by Charlie Sheen.
On your left, and then you just see him.
I got tiger blood running through me. What? Oh, by the way, Melee, they're not Nazis, they're wannabes. The word Nazi's been very diminished.
Yeah, no, there's no such thing, man. Unless you're a 95-year-old who's hiding out in Argentina. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there may be one or two of those guys still going. Like, maybe somewhere in Germantown, Brazil.
Right, yeah. But if you're just some skinhead who's spending way too much time on Stormfront,
did I tell you the story about my buddy's wife logging on because she watched Boys?
Yes.
What a doomcuff.
Wait, what happened?
You gotta use a VPN, baby. And, you gotta use the Tor browser.
My buddy, the guy who I co-host a podcast with, his wife was watching The Boys. And I don't know if he told her or she Googled it. I had to tell my wife that too. I was like, you know where her name comes from, right? And she was like, no. And I was like, it comes from somewhere in Nazi Germany. There was a movement called the Stormfront, but more importantly, the biggest white power, I think the only real giant white power website on actual mainstream internet is Stormfront. Anyways, his wife logged on to it because she was like, oh, .org, it can't be that bad.
.org.
And
wow.
And she yeah, right. She was like, do you know that exists? And he's like, uh-huh. And she's like, do you know what's on it? And he's like, uh-huh. And he's like, you put us on a list, thank you.
Storefront.edu is where I went. Can't be that bad.
You go through the Sesame Street website. It's a back end.
Boy.
4chan is, for one thing, if you're reading 4chan and you take any of that seriously, you are in it for the wrong reasons, my friend.
4chan. The internet's,
Literally, 4chan was able to get hoaxes into mainstream media. Let's stop
all
reading
the time.
4chan and taking them seriously.
Yeah, quick, somebody throw up a
hear about the
okay
Morbius
sign.
thing?
You talking about Morbillion, dude? You talking about Morbius sweep?
They actually got them to put it back in theaters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because it made $1 more billion, dude. It's Morbin time.
Dude, so fucking funny.
Come on, man. We got plenty. Dude, we got a crowd full of Morb heads here in the chat.
A bunch of Morbers.
Yeah, dude. Of course, man. It's Morbin time. Melee's got that tattooed above his asshole.
Nice.
It's weird what his mom and dad will say yes to.
man. 4chan is the abyss of the internet. Well, here's the thing, man. There are plenty of 4chan areas that are fine. It's like more hardcore Reddit. I've been in areas of 4chan for like comic book stuff and art books. Like I've been in very neutral, boring forum areas of 4chan. However, with that said,
Kind of, 4chan can be funny.
yeah, there's some pretty awful parts of 4chan too. I'm not blind to that, but it's not all horrible. It's kind of like Tumblr. There's a lot of shite, absolute shite, but there's a lot of fun stuff on there too.
Yeah, no, I mean 4chan I don't log into, but I peruse quite a bit. I'm in the Reddits as well, but like at a certain point, it's all just the same regurgitated bullshit. Neo-Nazi Tumblr. That's what Melee named his coffee cup for the morning. Odd name, buddy.
Ezra Miller, man, that guy. I'm sorry, that thems, that they thems.
Theys thems. You can't.
Oh, is he a they them?
Yeah,
How dare you? They's a theys thems. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus,
Listen,
this guy.
They them?
He's on so many different waves of the color spectrum. Don't even try, buddy. Okay, just say they, them.
Melee, you believe this guy? Not honoring the pronouns of a alleged what do we even call him, dude? He's been charged with, I'm not sure how to describe the charges levied against thems, Ezra Miller specifically. I mean, because you can't, you don't want to call them names. Is there evidence? You try to be neutral with this stuff, right?
I actually want to go a different route and just be 100% disrespectful to him. Because the only reason the they-thems thing came out is because there was a male officer frisking him, and he pulled that card. So fuck Ezra Miller, that dude who went
How
to
dare
male
you?
jail.
How dare you
Fuck
not
him.
honor his pronouns? This guy, man. Somebody put Matt on the
He could
list.
take his pronouns, twist them 360, and shove them up his ass like everything else he puts there.
Somebody clip this and send this to YouTube HQ. He's broken. Matthew is guilty of hate speech.
Thought crime, yeah.
And we're going to report him, and he's going to lose his channels and all his hard work, because you know the game.
I didn't even read that, Yaz. As a former neo-Nazi who I thought was cool, my beliefs came from killing Jesus. I was obsessed with it, the spirit of destiny, but never identified with racial supremacy. How do you be a neo-Nazi and not identify with racial supremacy?
That's one of the. I guess it's maybe like when you become Mormon and you don't want to wear the magic underwear. Like you probably don't have to. Like they'd prefer it if you did, but they'll take you not.
What's the magic underwear?
They've got like, I don't know. I think the underwear like maybe gets you into heaven or something. Hey, does anybody know about Mormons' magic underwear?
No. I've seen the Book of Mormon. Good play.
Yeah, really fun, catchy tunes. But
Oh, amazing.
I think Mormons have to. But who's gonna check? Now I heard somebody say. I heard a Mormon or former Mormon say that Mitt Romney wears the magic underwear. You can tell.
What is the magic underwear?
Apparently,
I'm gonna Google it.
It's like I think it's like a girdle that you wear.
The FBI is gonna be like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Oh no.
Yeah, what is this? What are you talking about?
It's a temple garment.
Oh
And
boy.
it's derided as magic underwear. Let's see. Let me actually click on it. This is the.
Do I need to Google this?
It's a type of underwear worn by adherents of Latter-day Saint movement.
Oh
and
boy.
they have taken part in the endowment ceremony.
The what
Garments
ceremony?
The endowment ceremony.
Man, what
Garments
if you're a person
required
like
for
me who's
any
not all that
adult.
endowed?
You'll get a smaller jumpsuit.
What if-
Garments are required for any adult who previously participated in the endowment ceremony to enter a temple. They're viewed as a symbolic reminder of covenants made in temple ceremonies and are seen as symbolic and literal source of protection from evils of the world.
Protection
So
from
basically,
evils! Magic underwear!
You have magic underwear or your blessed suit of armor. Because it's not just underwear; it's like a whole like Basically,
Yeah.
it looks like your
want it.
thermals in the winter that you wear, like
I
under
want
your
to wear it
clothes.
right now.
Yeah, so you probably
I
can.
don't.
If you probably know what to look for, you probably can take a look at Mitt Romney and see like what's bunching up where.
Well, I think we all know. I see a picture here. Also, they have like an old drawing of what they look like, and it just looks like medieval torture. I know that's weird, bro. Like I rip on Scientology a lot, but these motherfuckers got magic underwear.
Yeah, the Mormons are pretty. Mormons aren't much better than Scientologists.
No, I mean, for one thing, the whole like multiple wives thing seems a little out of balance. No?
Listen, I've said it before. I will respect your right to believe whatever you like, but not exactly your beliefs themselves.
I put on these underwear, and the powers of evil cannot touch me.
Yeah. Yeah, Midream. Midream, can you score me some magic undies?
I can make it happen probably.
The black market, dude.
Yeah.
Black market Mormon shop. How can I help you?
I don't think I've ever interacted with a Mormon before. You don't get a lot of Mormons up in New York City.
I gotta see that. You get probably a lot of Amish.
Oh yeah, I've seen an Amish or two. I mean, listen, I've been to what's it, Pennsylvania Dutch country?
I mean, you tell me you're 19 years old, you're on your Rumspringer, you're in New York City, you're not gonna have a little fun? I would.
Yeah, dude, I've seen some of the photos of what those Amish people look like out of garb, and they look like villagers from Shrek, man. A lot of incest going on over there.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, dude. They are
Keeping it close to the vest, huh?
they are not the most not the prettiest group of people you might
I'm
find.
hither.
Amish people. That SJW talk. Wait, what SJW talk? What?
Making slavery illegal. He said it. They do it in prisons.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Hey,
free,
man.
free labor.
Do you want money put on your commissary? Because if you do, you better start building that bridge.
Get to work.
You earn a paycheck. It just happens to be 46 cents a day.
Get back to work, you animal. Wait, Melee, how do you know Amish people suck? What kind of dealings have you had with them? Have anybody
know
ever
an
seen a
Amish,
hot Amish girl?
No.
Do they exist? There's no way, right? Because I've seen that. Like I said, the dudes look like they were trying to hunt down Shrek.
I just googled hot Amish.
You probably got some videos, I'm assuming.
Yeah, results weren't super promising. There's one girl that apparently stopped being Amish to go be a model, and yeah, she looks great.
Can I see?
You know, I
Drop
bet
the
you.
link.
I bet you there's a bunch of hot Amish. They just don't have cameras to take pictures.
Nice.
Do they know they're hot though?
I don't know.
Yeah, like how does hotness work when you're Amish? Because I feel like if you're Amish, it's like even like a hot girl by our standards, it compared to Amish standards might be a completely different thing. So
Maybe being hot
you know, they
to the
might.
Amish is bad.
Yeah. So like, if you're an Amish guy and you're looking at like this, like what we consider super hot,
It's
you know,
the
like
devil's seduction.
yeah. But if you see that, you might be like, ugh, no, I like a woman with a fat, round potato face and strong hands. You know, like
Saw her churning butter the other day. She made my cheeks red and my pants tight.
yeah, no, like imagine if you're a young Amish boy and you see like again a lady that might be attracted to us, and you're like, ugh. What's disgusting? It's like no, and then like look, no, that's a woman, and they point to a woman who looks like Shrek. You're like, there, that's what I'm talking about.
She's literally like hoisting a tree up the side of a house to put like the
She's
fuck?
grunting, dude.
She's chopping wood.
She's drooling, dude. Fucking
That's right
strong man
there.
hands.
But isn't that the whole thing? The Amish don't really like. They're not. There's sexuality isn't a thing. Like you have sex to procreate and nothing more.
Yeah. I never saw
Like,
a black
that's why they're all
Amish
dressed
person.
in like, you know,
Yeah, you know what?
that might be true.
Black Amish. And what's up, What's up, Three Decos? I don't know if you remember that potbelly guy with all the tattoos I used to hang out with in Astoria. He was Mormon. He left the creed so he can use drugs and pound poon. Is he that fat guy you got into a fist fight with that one time?
Ooh.
You know what? I've never seen an Asian Amish person either.
White people only.
Whites only,
It
eh?
sure seems that way, huh? But then again, who the fuck actually wants to be Amish? Like, there's nobody that goes from like normal life to I think Amish is the way to go. You're born into it.
Wait, what did Melee say? Why he knows so many Amish people?
No. Maybe Melee's Amish. Oh, also I travel by train a lot, and the Amish love trains.
What? You make it sound like they are like the modern Marvel of trains. It's
Melee
like,
acts like he's a vagabond. I ride these rails.
yeah, dude, he's a fucking these boxcar Melee is what they call him.
I've seen this entire country. One time, this Amish person was on this train, turned the air conditioning off. It's like, okay. Good for them. Oh, I bought a dynamic microphone to record my guitar straight from my amplifier.
Hey, you did it, baby.
It arrived today, and I'm adjusting the levels, but it's a wonderful.
Well done. You know who knows music?
The Jesus?
Even better.
Jesus.
Our own sweet Jesus right here in the chat. Midream LA, Austin Denis.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Austin Denis.
I'm in the process of writing now, because I got to record my drum and guitar tracks.
Oh, cool.
You should see.
Yeah, writing's fun.
Midream, show him your setup, dude. Show him how cool.
I've seen it, I believe, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if
I
I
think
have
I've listened
any
to your music, too.
easy photos of it. Yo, thanks, man.
Nikki shared that one she really liked. She was playing that on her stream, too.
Yeah, I think it's Danger.
Nikki puts on Midream's track whenever whenever Austin eats her out. No, whenever her lover eats her out. Whatever his face is called. Joseph.
Joe.
Jeez.
You should totally copyright strike her Twitch channel. It's my music.
I won't stand for it.
How dare you use my music for this filth?
I did not sign up to prelude golf with your friends. I like golf with your friends. If you don't like it, you don't have any friends.
Nice, got him.
Okay, wait. So, Ezra Miller, he got off. I just want to close the book on this. He got off on all the charges of him assaulting women and men at bars and such, right? Those were dropped. A fixer came in from Warner Brothers and handled all that stuff because all those charges disappeared, right?
But what is he wanted for? Then,
but he's wanted now for protection of custody against. He's traveling allegedly, or I think people believe he's traveling with an 18-year-old that he allegedly had been grooming for the last 4 years. Who, when she was 14, her parents. She's Native American. Her parents allowed her to travel across the country to hang out on the Ezra Miller compound. And they say he kind of brainwashed her. He indoctrinated her. He did a little bit of the grooming. And now she's under his thumb. And her parents are like, she's zany. He made her crazy. She's under his spell. Yada, yada, yada. That was the first thing. So that's the first thing why the authorities are trying to track him down, because they're trying to serve him his papers, but they can't because they don't know where the fuck he is, because he's not staying in the same place for like a prolonged amount of time, so they don't know where he's at. And he's also now taunting the police because on his Instagram he posted some stuff along the lines of, "You'll never catch me, I'm not in this universe," and some other wacky shit like that too, basically mocking the police, like, haha, you're never gonna catch me, like as if he's the actual fucking Flash himself.
I hope he's hit by a car.
No. We're Team Ezra Miller, dude. No, we're rooting for him to avoid. We're rooting for him to avoid custody.
I also want to say he's put 4 good years into her. Maybe he should be allowed to have her.
Yeah, he's been raising
put
her.
in some work.
Yeah, he's like Woody Allen. He put the work in.
I mean, it's if the parents just let her go, they couldn't really care that much.
Oh my God. But here's the other thing. The plot thickens. As if it couldn't get any crazier, more allegations were alleged today that he once got. This is all right. Now this is where it gets serious, and this is where you're going to want to kill him. Allegedly, he was out. Kill them. I'm sorry. Allegedly, Ezra Miller was at a home at a gathering, and there was an 11-year-old there, and he apparently got a little too touchy with the 11-year-old. Something about like they caught him like caressing this kid's hips or something like that. Really unnerving, crazy, wildly inappropriate shit went down. You could look up that article that just dropped today. I heard a little bit of it.
Worse than what old Sleepy Joe's done.
Might have been. I mean, does Sleepy Uncle Joe? Does he like listen? We all know he likes to whisper in people's ears and smell people's hairs and stuff. But is he grabbing the kids below the waist? Because that's different.
There is a video where he does the weird grabby kind of like up close to the face sniffy thing.
Yeah.
And then at one point, I can't remember what his name was, but one of the Secretary of the State kind of like slaps his hand away. Like it's either Joe is attracted to him or he can smell their sweet innocent blood and he can't wait. The thirst is overcoming.
He just says gimme. He just whispers gimme in his ears.
Yeah, he's basically Satan. He whispers in the ear like, you're a marked one now.
You've been marked.
You can track them across the country by smelling their blood. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't like Ezra Miller. I think he should be put down.
Vase.
No, fuck him. And yeah, I don't know, man. The guy's a piece of shit. Like, it is what it is. I don't know. You know, Warner Brothers is sticking by him for this movie, but you know, before you know it, he'll be after this movie releases, he'll be able to do the press and everything, and then the next movie his ass is out.
Man, I really wonder.
Amber Heard is reportedly in more. Is in 20 minutes of the new Aquaman movie. Yeah,
there's been a bunch of Amber Heard rumors coming out this week. One say according to a preview she's in 20 minutes. Another say that she's going to be completely and utterly replaced. It's all up in the nobody until the studio says something one way or another. Nobody knows for real. Nobody knows for certain. Even those previews that happen all. People see Doctor Strange and they see Avengers and people screen those movies when they're halfway complete. Sometimes over a year in advance while the editing and all that gets done. So you know we'll have no idea what the final product of the movie is until it comes out. Now again, I think the smartest decision Warner Brothers can do is absolutely completely remove her from the film. I think if they do not remove her from the film, they are actively going to lose money. Lots of money.
They really should do reshoots where they kill her off.
Yeah. So, a whale eats her and shits her out right on somebody's bed.
Therefore, she becomes Amber Turd.
Her true form. Listen, is it a coincidence that AH and are the same initials of the man that really kicked off World War II? I don't want to say the name because, you know, YouTube.
Oh my.
Listen. Coincidence?
You're talking about apricot happy boy.
Coincidence? I think not. Right, Austin?
Yeah, no, that's too glaring now that I see it. It's staring me right in the face, and it's the only thing I can see until.
That's right.
Until we link this in the public eye, you feel me?
Amber Heard seems like Austin's type.
Blondie.
Fuck yeah, she is, dude.
She's hot though.
Yeah,
listen, she's pretty
hot,
sexy.
Yeah. She's really hot in Aquaman 1, but on the stand, not so much.
On the stand, she wasn't hot, no. But she was toning it down. She was ugging up for, you know.
Constipated.
She was ugging it up for the.
I don't know if she's my type. I don't, you know, in the face. Yeah.
She's pretty skinny.
I like the skinny girls.
Yeah.
I was just saying, you like them thick?
Yeah, he likes some burr.
No,
You
Hollow
like 'em
bones.
You want part lady, part Stay Puff?
He likes a little beak. Hollow bones.
Just hollow.
Hey, Pinky's here. Doing bumps on the stand definitely isn't my type. Wait, was she doing bumps on the stand? No, get the hell out of here. I know why. I know I even entertained that thought for a second. I was like, wait, did she?
There's the one
Was she
video
fucking?
where the,
Is she doing a
it
line?
does look like she does like a fucking fingernail fold.
No.
But
You know,
it
come
clearly
on.
isn't.
That's so dude. You know how fucking that is Ezra Miller levels of unhinged. That she's
Dude,
like, I know
she's
what I'm
not-
gonna
but
do.
if you look up the video, it does look like she's doing something like that, but you would assume nobody's that insane.
Yeah, no, that is
Maybe Charles Manson.
crazy. That, I mean, but like that's like that is there's crazy and then there's just you should be institutionalized levels of crazy.
Well, then they were like, one of the jurors came out and
Oh,
they
yeah.
like did an interview, and they were basically just like, nobody believed her.
Yeah,
Like everybody's like, how did you get this verdict? And it's like, she's fake as fuck, bro.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, they said she was an unreliable witness, and they also said that they didn't like that she kept making unwavering, unbreaking eye contact with the jury the entire time. They said that was weird.
Amber Heard.
Fucking Amber
By
Heard,
Melee.
really? That's wild.
She does look like she takes a bump. Like, it legitimately does look like it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it might look like it, but come
Click
on
on the
now.
link, you'll see for yourself.
All right, I'll take a look at it. What the hell?
Like, I agree, there's no fucking way in hell she'd be that dumb to do that, but it looks like it.
Listen, I think she's nuts, but I don't think she's that. She's on the stand, isn't she?
Dude, watch the video, man.
Yeah, she's on the stand, but watch though, there's something up with it.
All right, let's see. Fuck it. I'll pull it up on the main screen so we could watch this together. All right, we're gonna take a slight detour. We're gonna take a slight detour. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's maybe can we? I'm not signing in, you piece of shit.
You shouldn't have to.
Okay. She pulls the tissue up to her nose. She was drinking in court. She's dumb enough. She was drinking in court. She pulls it up to her nose, and then when would the cocaine come into place?
Well, you gotta watch it in real time. So right there, essentially, they're saying that she had inhaled something, because then she wipes her nose. Why would you use a tissue to wipe your nose and then your finger?
Yeah, I'm watching in real time, dude.
Right there is where they're saying it took. Well, you were lagged on mine, so.
I think she was just maybe blowing her nose or picking a booger out of her nose.
More than likely.
None
But
of this
then you have,
convinces
like,
me.
you have her, but then you have her touching her nose again. More than likely, it's just a booger. However, it's still kind of funny looking, and you could see why people would say she's doing a bump as a troll.
Yeah, no, she would have had to have magician fucking like David Blaine level of fucking hand trickery to get it.
Cocaine,
Where, all right,
just put it
where
in
would the coke
in
have been?
in the tissue already.
Listen, as a person who's done copious amounts of cocaine, there's no way that coke is staying in place in the fucking tissue, dude, or wherever the tissue is at.
Does it show where the tissue starts from? Does she pull it out of her pocket?
Because she would have had to. So the coke would have had to have been in a pocket in the napkin. She would have had to unfold it. And by the way, if you do that, you're risking it spilling everywhere. Also, she's wearing black.
It depends on how she pulls it out of the pocket. If she put it in there a specific way,
No.
crumpled up.
No,
I mean, you're arguing. There are physics to prove both.
That thing is flat. There's
But
no
if you
way.
notice,
No.
no,
That
it's
napkin,
not flat. No,
it's
it's
flat.
wrapped around her nose. It's not flat.
She pulls it from her sleeve. Nah.
But look at, I'm just saying, for argument's sake, that tissue never changes its position from the moment she grabs it from wherever and then lifts it up to her face. It doesn't angle. It's pocketed around her nose. That tissue never does change position.
Let's see.
Why is she looking down at the tissue? Why do you need to examine a tissue if you're blowing your nose? That's
Because you're looking for boogers.
in the
No.
clean tissue.
No.
I'm not saying she did it either. I'm
She-
just saying that what you're saying is it's not possible, and I disagree with that.
I think she totally did it, and it's the only redeeming thing about her.
It's
The trial made it well known she's a fucking.
it's
druggie.
possible, but you'd have to be incredibly.
Ballsy as fuck.
I mean, ballsy is one thing, but again, you risk getting coke all over your white outfit, all over your face. I'm telling you, if you wanted to do coke in front of a live audience, a full jury, while you're on fucking stand with millions of people watching the cameras, there's like I said, you'd have to be a master magician to pull this off with this set of circumstances. I'm not saying like if maybe you had
She
if
gets
there
off
was
to the rush.
maybe if there was something
wrist.
in there, if there was maybe if she had some kind of apparatus inside there with coke ready to be inhaled.
Well, she's also got weird shit that she
But
was
yeah,
doing
no.
with her water bottles. She's
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
lot of weird shit she
It-
does with that stuff for whatever reason on the
the
stand.
the idea of any kind of cocaine being inside this napkin is just that napkin is flat, dude. That napkin
I
is
disagree.
flat.
I disagree with it being flat. I'm not saying she did do
Dude.
coke on this. I'm saying if she wanted to, she
Look,
could have.
this is what she's. I'm pulling my hands up. This is what she's doing, dude. That thing is flat, man. That surface is flat. That surface, at the very least.
Nope. Her
dude.
hands are not the same direction you are.
Dude.
No. She has them cupped underneath the tissue. That's not this. That looks nowhere near the same as her tissue.
Dude, they are barely cupped.
Nowhere looks
Dude,
the same as her tissue.
that napkin-
Hers is crumpled up.
That napkin is taut,
She
man.
could have been doing it.
That napkin
Totally
is
could've.
taut. There is no coke on that.
How do you see a taut napkin when it's fucking
Taut,
crumbled up?
fully taut, dude.
How do you see a taut napkin? It's crumbled up. It literally makes
Nah.
no sense.
One side
I'm not saying she did coke, but you're just
on
you're
on the
ignoring what's
left on the
screen.
left over here is taut, but the part that's going to touch her nose on the left over here is crumpled. This whole area here, this whole surface area is tight, dude. This is a trampoline here. This circle here, fully flat trampoline.
Well, it's-
if there was coke on
it's a
that,
tissue.
that coke would be falling off that napkin and spilling all on her lap. It'd be powdered dust. And by the way, she would have been arrested right then and there.
I think you're confusing her handkerchief white collar for tissue.
Yeah, no way.
I think you are. I think theoretically, I don't think she did. I think she could have. Because look at how she's covering it too. Like, you mean,
Yeah.
that's so taut right there.
Yeah, like a booger.
But right there,
she
you do
doesn't
have
she
freedom
doesn't
to say
want
that.
she doesn't want to wipe her nose again with a booger-filled napkin.
Yeah, but we're also not like. Let's say she theoretically is doing a bump. She's not doing a fucking 8-ball. Like she would have a very little bit in there.
Not, dude. In order to get a good snort off, you want to get if you want to get a toot's worth, that's enough.
Well, yeah, but she's doing courtroom conservative too.
Nah. I'm not buying it.
I don't think she did it either. I'm just saying I think you're incorrect that she couldn't have done it that way.
I think the way I'm seeing it, she couldn't have done it that way. I'm not saying that somebody else more clever and better than her. I'm not saying that they couldn't have pulled this off. But just not her.
And then, the constantly fucking with her nose for the next 5 minutes also is a little sketch. But she may have had an allergy.
Yeah, the next few minutes she's like constantly like fucking with her nose.
Which we've all had the booger that
Yeah,
didn't get
this-
out when we blew it, and it's just there chilling. and
This
you're
looks like
"God damn it,
she's-
I gotta breathe with this.
What this looks like to me is she's covering up one nostril to blow boogers out on the other into a fucking
Yeah,
tissue.
yeah, I'd agree. But what I'm saying, those actions too, if you do it right, are the same actions you would do to conceal doing a bump. once again, why anybody would do a bump on the fucking.
Well, here's what I want you
Fucking
guys to
rock
do.
star, dude.
If you guys think she could have done this, here, take some salt, put it in a napkin, and see if you can't get any of it up to your nose without it spilling out all over the fucking place. And see how it goes. I'm telling you, dude, that shit's gonna fucking... Man, I almost have enough wherewithal to walk in, put this fucking... Put some fucking powdered sugar on this thing and bring it up to my nose so you can watch it spill the fuck all over my face.
I
as
have
I try to
hands, so
as I try to snort
I
it
could
off a
totally
fucking
do it.
napkin. No way,
I
man.
could totally do it because I have giant man hands. I have lobster ripping apart hands.
Tuok says, okay, she didn't do it, but she's used to doing bumps. Oh no, listen, she's totally a
she's-
cokehead.
yeah,
she's
definitely into
she's
the
a cokehead, and she's crazy.
Would it be funny if Johnny saw her and he's like, "Would you like some from my box?"
If you saying that, oh, she might have snorted cocaine on the stand, I'm not out of pocket saying no. I'm on
No,
board.
I
I'm
don't
saying that
think
could
I
happen.
don't think she did. I don't think she did it on stand either.
Yeah. I mean, I think she might have and could have, but if that's the video you're showing me, that I'm not buying it. If you got some more, if you had some more powerful evidence, sure.
I mean, Mike, how addicted would you have to be to the usage of cocaine to have to do it on the stand because you couldn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be really wretched in your drug abuse if you can't go the fucking 45 minutes it is to take the stand, or half hour or 20 minutes without doing a bump.
Yeah, you know that is very true. Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
to the level where if she isn't doing it, she's gonna get the shakes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
at that point she's more or less a crackhead.
Yeah, if you are like, oh man, I gotta go on the fucking stand, but I'm gonna need some. Like, there's other things that she maybe should worry about other than Johnny Depp suing her.
By the way, at that point, dude, just take some Adderall.
Yeah, well, and you know she's Hollywood, she can get that. She had money.
Yeah,
Not
no.
so much anymore. Every project she does from now on just goes to Johnny Depp.
Yeah, dude, there are plenty of pharmaceutically approved. Dude, Adderall is essentially speed. Adderall is an amphetamine. No, it's not a methamphetamine, but they are chemically cousins to one another, and the effects on the body are very similar. So
I got a
again,
buddy who takes them every now and then. He just
Yeah.
basically calls them meth.
as a person who would, as a degenerate, buy, crush, and snort Adderall when I couldn't get a hold of the real thing, I'm telling you, she could have got by just fine doing something very similar without having to do the real McCoy. So yeah, no, that's also why I don't buy it. You know, she's crazy, but she's methodical. So all the stuff
Which
her.
is somewhat proof that she's super crazy.
Yeah. So the problem, you know, it's like, so she's methodical and she's nuts. The thing is, she does overestimate her abilities. She overestimates her acting abilities. She overestimates
Boom, got 'em.
the jury's gullibility. But she was definitely attempting to manipulate the jury from watching them like a hawk while she was giving her testimony, making unbreaking eye contact with them the entire time she was on stand.
One thing I do find interesting is the whole concept that his attorneys really pushed in court, and then you watch the footage and people made clips and shit of like points where she's staring at Johnny Depp, and like that's why like his team pushed that whole thing of like, he told you you'd never see his eyes, didn't he? Like, because there were moments during the case where like she's literally just staring like daggers into his fucking head.
Oh, I didn't see that. I mean, I believe it.
Yeah.
I
There's-
100%
if you go on-
believe
if you
it.
type it on YouTube, people have made clips and shit. But like, that was one of the thing and one of the reasons, because I guess she was, you know, and when you listen to some of the recordings they played, like she had some serious abandonment issues.
I wonder if he'd still bang her, you know, like after all this.
No,
if they still
dude,
have
he won't
sex.
even bang Disney. He's definitely not banging her.
He won't even finger Mickey Mouse.
Nah, he won't. He won't
What's
give
up,
up
Anon?
the old Jack Sparrow.
I think Disney could get him back with the right sweetheart deal, but they're gonna have to back up the fucking Brinks truck.
If they made the movie about Jack Sparrow, you know, like it would literally have to all be about his character.
Well, the thing
He
is,
gets total creative control.
well, they shouldn't do that because in the fourth Jack Sparrow movie, he becomes the main character, and it's about his romantic, tumultuous
Yeah,
romantic
but
relationship with Penelope Cruz, and it's fucking
there
terrible.
there's other things about that movie that are the problem that aren't even the characters. It's the fact that you went from the first three Pirates were giant, expansive world, traveling movies, and then number four is set on one island. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah,
issues with
and
that
yeah,
movie
and
that
then
you
there's
could
the
tell the
fucking
budget was shrunk and the
there's the
production was
mermaid
smaller.
thing. It's all
Yeah,
ass. It's all ass, and it's all
yeah.
uninteresting. But
All
I think the biggest problem
all of
is
them
that
after the first three are bad.
uh, the fifth one. Well, there's only two more after the third. After the third, right? So you get the trilogy, which ends on Stranger Tides, I think, and that's where they
Yeah.
the fucking
No,
big
no, at
toothy.
World's End.
Is it all right? Uh, what's her face? Toothy English broad, Keira Knightley. Her and Legolas, they go off on their own. I don't want to say happily ever after because he becomes Davy Jones's whatever, and she sees him once every 10 years, and it's stupid, but whatever, it ends. But then you've got the Penelope Cruz one, which is garbage, and then you have the Penelope Cruz's husband Javier Bardem one, which is
He was
very
a great actor.
excellent, wasted. Also, by the way, Ian McShane also horribly wasted in the
Yeah.
Penelope Cruz movie as
Yep.
playing Blackbeard. Both movies very meh. The fourth one's biggest issue, besides just the writing and overall problem, is I think a problem with the Jack Sparrow, which is he's not the main character, or at least he shouldn't be the main character. He's like he's the Obi-Wan, or the Yoda rather. He's a great character to have around, but I don't know if the story should be centered around
What
him.
What if you did do a Disney Plus series? Like about Jack Sparrow, whether it be what he does, you ignore Stranger Tides in the fifth movie, and it does what he does post, World's End, or you do a prequel and Johnny Depp's just not in it. I think you could still get good usage, but then once again,
People are
who
going
the
to see
fuck are
that.
they going to get to play Jack Sparrow?
People are not going to. There's no way people are going to watch a Pirates movie without Johnny Depp. So I think that could be compelling, having like a prequel. Is if done right. But again, this is what the problem is. This is Disney we're talking about. And listen, man, the Disney series are really hit and miss, man. Unfortunately. Austin, you watching any of the Disney Plus TV shows? Or is anybody in the chat?
I'm 100% caught up everywhere. So it's like all the Mandalorian, all the Boba Fett, all the
The
all the
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan stuff, all the Marvel stuff. I'm all caught up.
Did you see yesterday's Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that intro?
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone.
Did you like
we
it?
could talk about it. I think generally I can say regarding Obi-Wan, Boba Fett, and even some of the other stuff, even like Loki and what's the other one? Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I think that with all of these, they're trying to reach too broad of an audience. They're trying to be too broadly, generally acceptable by as many people. Like they didn't take any risks in a direction to be like this thing outside the Mandalorian. I think the Mandalorian, they really fucking nailed that so hard, dude.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think most of everything else there, like I feel like I'm just in the fucking opinion room with all the fucking people with all the different diversities in the room saying what they liked and didn't like about each fucking pitch, I feel like I'm just in that fucking room. It's annoying.
It does feel like it's it's the problem with what Disney and Star Wars has been up to. Their reliance on the legacy characters has actually been to their own detriment. In hindsight, looking at it now, you realize that it's too tall an order. What they had to do, what Disney Lucasfilm had to do, is thread the needle, just hit this near impossible goal, where you both honor all the characters' works beforehand, right? So you have to, so like, be it Luke, Leia, Han, Obi-Wan, these characters, Anakin, these characters, Vader, these characters have to honor the stories told before this time and must honor the stories told after this. The characters must be authentic to who they are in these other pieces of cinema. Otherwise, the fans are going to get fucking pissed. However, in order to tell a coherent, competent story, you kind of want to introduce some character growth, because that's kind of what makes things compelling more often than not. So you have to do this thing where your creativity, you want to tell a creative story, but you can't, because you can't really have fun with the characters, because the characters must stay the same for many reasons. One, because you don't want to retcon decades worth of stories beforehand. You don't want to ruin them. You also don't want to ruin the characters. You also don't want to upset the fandom, which you're trying to make this stuff for, arguably. However, you do want to tell a fun, coherent, competent, creative story, but you can't, because you're honestly, the writers are too beholden to the properties. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you change the characters and make them more compelling, like Obi-Wan, I won't spoil the 5th episode, but the 4 other episodes preceding it are up for grabs. Obi-Wan starts off a broken man, which pisses off a lot of fucking people, and it doesn't make a lot of sense either. You know, he's meant to train Luke. How the hell is he supposed to train Luke when he hasn't touched his lightsaber in 10 years and he no longer uses the Force? So it's all very, you know, how is he supposed to, he's supposed to be the sentinel that stands guard over Luke. He's supposed to be this impossible, you know, knight, this deterrent from anything bad happening to Luke until he's of age. So he has to be at the peak of his game, but he's not. He's just this fucking beaten, washed up loser Jedi, which again is a compelling story if you don't have the 3 other films to worry about. So again, now on top of what I just said, now the writers have to deal with the time frame. These characters cannot divert. And here's the worst part of all, why they probably shouldn't have done the series, is because there are absolutely zero fucking stakes for the characters, because we've seen they can't change anything from the past. So we know exactly where Anakin / Vader and Obi-Wan and Leia and Luke are. We know where the pieces come together. We know where the pieces were, and we know exactly where the pieces are going to be and how they can change. So we know Vader can't be killed. Vader can't be hurt in any serious, horrible way. We know the same thing for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan can't be hurt or maimed, or nothing so grandiose can happen it'll change and retcon the future movies, because the future movies won't make sense. However, they did a bunch of this anyway, and now a bunch of stuff is kind of half broken and weird and still doesn't add up. For example, Leia and Obi-Wan being best buddies, and Obi-Wan having a deep care for Leia, which, by the way, canonically would make sense if Obi-Wan met Leia as she is, and I think they do a great job of writing the personality of baby Leia. She seems to embody. I think she's great. I think she embodies the perfect hybrid of Padme Amidala and what's her name? Carrie Fisher. Thank you.
Mike, I gotta head out, dude. I hope you have a good rest of your stream. If you're still on later, I'll jump back in.
Thanks, buddy.
Cool. Always a pleasure as well. You guys have a wonderful night.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I think they do this great, you know, like the Leia that we see in the future films compared with Padme. There's this beautiful hybrid of the two, and there's a really touching, compelling moments between Obi-Wan and Leia, which I think is some of the Obi-Wan scenes that he has, some of the character interaction that he has. some of the character interaction that he has with Leia and other characters, like, Vader, they are touching and heartfelt, and watching Obi-Wan kind of learn to become the Jedi that he once was. It's powerful, but it's still broken, because they're doing stuff that doesn't make sense. I'm going to give you an example. The relationship that Obi-Wan has with Leia in this series, as touching and as beautiful as it is, it throws a giant monkey wrench into the series later on. Leia watches Obi-Wan die and basically doesn't give two shits. When Leia searches for Obi-Wan's help, she doesn't call him, she doesn't refer to him as a friend or a person.
Papa Benny.
Right? It's what she says, hey, General Kenobi, you fought with my father during the Clone Wars, so I need your help. It's devoid of any familiarity whatsoever. And again, what ends up happening is you have to now, as a audience member, you have to right the wrongs in your head to be like, is she doing that because, like, you have to find and make excuses for the writing now. Now you have to say, oh, maybe she did that because she didn't want the message to seem like she was too familiar with him. But at the same point, her father, the senator of Alderaan, he actually goes to Tatooine himself to ask Obi-Wan for help directly, which again would make it seem like he is a Jedi sympathizer. I mean, it doesn't make it seem he is a Jedi sympathizer, which would make you think that, wait a second, if the Empire knows that he's a Jedi sympathizer at this point, then why he would be hunted down. He wouldn't be the ruler of Alderaan anymore, and he wouldn't be able to be in the Senate. They'd have him hung for traitorous behavior against the Empire. Like, it doesn't. It's all. I see what they're trying to do with Obi-Wan, but with every episode that they add things to, it seems like they break stuff as well. And it just, as a person who's a fan of the entire series, it just becomes a headache, and then you wonder if it's all worth it. And so far, I don't know if it is.
I don't want to give. Are episodes 1 through 4 spoilers allowed? Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, not the last one. But maybe,
all right. So
maybe the one up until he saves Leia from capture.
Right.
That's episode 4.
Yeah. So his whole battle with Vader made very little sense to me, because, like, Vader lights this material on fire.
Oh my
ground,
God!
right?
Yes, tell us, preach. We had a whole conversation about this.
He drags Obi-Wan through it with the Force.
Yes.
And then he puts out the fire. Darth Vader does.
Yes, with the Force.
He puts it out with the Force. And then some girl shoots
the fire
thing, and it makes the fire light back up.
That's right.
And she grabs Obi-Wan, and now Darth Vader's absolutely helpless. The fire doesn't even span along like a big area. He's with a bunch of stormtroopers. They could very easily walk around. It's like an extra 15 feet maybe.
Yes.
To like get to where Obi-Wan is.
Yes.
And they're just like, well, looks like they got us on this one, boys.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It's like, hey, does anybody want to? Hey, it's like, hey, does anybody want to shoot through the fire at this single robot and woman? Anybody?
No, we had our one shot. We got to let him go now. That's the game. Them's the rules.
It's so absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
There's a bunch of other things that happen as well, especially in episode 5. I don't want to talk. There's a moment where. Hang on. I'm not going to write it to you, but there's similar things to that as well. When you're watching it, you think to yourself, what? Why did they do this? This doesn't make any sense. Stormtroopers wouldn't do this.
Wait, I want to know. What did you fucking...
Okay. All right, here. 30 seconds of episode 5 spoilers, so mute me for 30 seconds. I'll be quick. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so...
Nice.
So when she captures Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan's like, pair up with me, I'm bringing him to you, right? And she's like, get up. And she kind of like waves him away. So they literally just pulled him from out that cave, right? They bombarded the cave, they pulled him out of the cave. They have the talk, and then they bring him back inside the cave. Do you, like they literally just
close the door,
and they shut the door behind him. Just him by himself with 2 stormtroopers. It makes zero fucking sense. Could you? What the fuck? What sense does that make? It's like, hey, we got him out. Bring him here. All right, now we're talking. All right, put him back. It's like, but wait, hold on. Vader's coming. He's right here. We're doing what now? Nobody questions anything. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't tell him it. Like, nothing. It's really dumb, man.
That was goofy.
There's so much dumb shit that happens. It's frustrating when the writing is that iffy. When like you're breaking your own rules or things just don't make any logical sense. It breaks immersion, man. And even Vader himself. So we'll just to talk about it. Episode 4. Vader just letting Obi-Wan go. Vader letting Obi-Wan go in their fight. And then, but like not having a backup plan. No backup plan. After he's been hunting him. So here's one thing that really, it's episode 3. Episode 3, Obi-Wan is hiding from Vader. And okay, fine. Vader's hunting him. Vader is blind with rage for Obi-Wan. Vader has been looking forward to beating the ever-living shit out of Obi-Wan for the last 10 years. Matter of fact, during their conversation, Obi-Wan says to Vader, "What have you become?" And then, in his Darth Vader voice, he says, "What you made me." And it's just
I thought that was great. That
it's a great line. It's fucking heartbreaking. It shows you that Anakin he's still very much Anakin. He's still a pissed kid, and he still very much takes zero fucking responsibility for what happened. He still blames Obi-Wan the same as he did in Return of the Sith. It's Obi-Wan's fault. He made Padme betray him, all that other stuff, right? So again, to Vader, Obi-Wan is the embodiment of his hate and rage, and we see Vader tear through a town, snapping necks, ripping people out of their living room, choking them to death. He is just a fucking human tornado, and he will kill every fucking person in that town to get to Obi-Wan. He doesn't give a shit. He's that full of hate and blind rage for Obi-Wan. And again, we see him drink in Obi's pain as he drags his body through that fire. You could almost tell that Vader is savoring every ounce of pain that he's pulling from Obi-Wan. And then after that fire scene, he just lets him go, just like that. Bam.
It's so confusing, dude.
Rage off.
Because yeah, he didn't say anything. He doesn't make any motion. He just watches them leave. And we're supposed to think that it's like how did they get off planet? Did they have a thing right there? It must have taken. Because she was practically carrying Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Darth Vader had to watch them leave for a solid 5 minutes of just watching them disappear.
Like watching somebody pack up and go.
It's so confusing.
It's really dumb, man. And with no backup plan, he didn't put a tracker on them or anything. There wasn't any marvelous ingenious machinations where he's like, oh no, I'm letting him go on purpose because this is the, he will lead me to the other. It's not any of that shit. It's just, no, Obi-Wan's gone. Oh, what are we gonna do? It's just like I said, the writing is just really, it's uneven writing. It's very uneven, and it's disappointing because what happens is you get these amazing moments, and then in the same scene, you get these contradictory moments. So Vader goes from being, and by the way, we get a glimpse of Vader's raw power.
In when?
Yeah. Well, in episode 5, we get a glimpse of it. But by the way, gang, we all know how powerful Vader is at this point. I don't think Vader is so fucking powerful now. With his rage and hate, I don't think even Obi-Wan at his height. So if we took Obi-Wan at episode 3, him, the Jedi Master who beat Anakin Skywalker, I don't think that Obi-Wan could beat Vader. I think he obviously would stand a better chance. But this Vader is just, he is consumed by the dark side, man. He is like
he's super strong.
Dude, he's like a fucking sun. So yeah, but Austin, what that does, when you see what Vader's capable of in episode 5, when you look again at what he did and didn't do to Obi-Wan in episode 3, it makes you want to beat your head up against the wall. Because he doesn't, in episode 4, Obi-Wan gets away with Leia, and Darth Vader in the Inquisitor's headquarters, Inquisitorius, I think it's called the base Inquisitorius, something like that. He storms into the third sister's room there. He starts choking the life out of her, and he says something like, you were warned if your failure, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I put a tracker on him. He's like, oh, good. But then you're like, what the fuck? What? Like, wait. So at that, see, Austin, in episode 3, when he let Obi-Wan go away, I thought, okay, he let him go away, but he's going to follow him. He's going to know exactly where Obi-Wan is. There's no way Vader.
They didn't even try to get off planet and like just watch the ship and see where it goes visually.
Yeah, he didn't even do that.
Like, well, it's gone.
He didn't even do that. He waited for Reva to do that or nothing. So he was just going to let him go, which makes no. Oh my god, dude! Again, it's mind numbing, because how could Vader be so cunning, and we also see in episode 5, this I won't spoil, but we see how cunning and manipulative he is. Like he is a puppet master. He has taken a few pages out of Darth Sidious's his book.
Dude,
he manipulates everyone around him. They are all just puppets to his cause, which as it should be. But then again, when you look back at episode 3, what the fuck was he doing? He was just going to let Obi-Wan just go off with zero plan. No sense. None of it makes any sense. Hang on, I got to piss, man. I'm going to piss my brains out. I've been drinking too much water. I'll be right back. You talk to the people, Austin. Tell them you love them.
Hi, everybody. How are you? I love you. My name's Austin. We got Two Woke, we got Casper in here.
You're not here for the orgy?
Oh, yo, we just got a hit. Thunder Punch X. Yo, hi.
Oh, shit. Oops. I was taking my headphones off. Hello. What should I show them? Hello, nice. Thank you. Thunder Punch, X Thunder Punch, rating with 18 viewers. Howdy. Here we go. Here, I did a season 1 Stranger Things piece. That's the Demigorgon getting rocked by Lil 11. I did here's one. Here's a fun one. Here is Mr. Homelander. Here's Papa Homelander, looking glorious and powerful, as the hope of America. Hello Maya, is that how you say your name? Hello Duck. Here's a spicy one-eyed lady, very shiny, boobs very shiny. What else do I have? I've got a Marty McFly. It's a fun little dreamboat K-pop Marty McFly. I like how Nerditude didn't leave. He just hung around. And here's another cool looking voluptuous gal. Welcome. Thank you. And thank you, Thunder Punch, for the raid. What was Thunder Punch doing? Let me shout them out. Welcome everyone. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was about to pee. I was about to go take a little pee break because I've got to pee real bad. And all right, let's see. Recent broadcasts. Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch was doing some digital art. Very nice. Very nice, Thunder Punch. How about them zines? Does Thunder Punch do zines? Or are you talking about my zines? Father, self-taught illustrator, nerd, partner Twitch streamer. Congratulations, Thunder Punch. Awesome. All right, I'm going to take a. I gotta go pee. Like I'm still. Ooh man, this is an excellent. Wow, I'm looking at Thunder Punch's Instagram. Is that M Bison? Awesome. Ooh, nice avatar piece. These are fucking awesome. Omni Man. Man, dude. Nice colors. Oh, I see Deku is up in here. Beautiful. I just hit raid. And went for a pee break. All right, I'm gonna go take a pee break. I shall be right back. I shall return once my bladder is empty.
Hi everybody, my name is Austin. I'm taking over this stream. I'm on Discord with Mike, and we are vibing. Just hit raid and went for a pee break, tight dude. Yeah, Mike's great. He's like it's like a funny podcast. We get kind of like kind of you've kind of landed in the gutter of the internet. Let's just say that. Michael is known to ask you wildly outrageous questions about your sex life, your all parts of your history. Maybe what would you do in some instances where the answer is really hard to come by as a as a friend. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, I gotta let Mike do it. I can't do the fucking Mike thing. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good friend too. Welcome to the Michael stream, where he has his friends talk about him live on the internet. The gutter. We drawing furry art? You know what, dude? I haven't seen him do any furry art. I would love to see Mike do some furry art. No, the gutter as in I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I can fucking do something. Let's see. You don't have permission to use panties? Oh, I gotta fucking subscribe. How do I subscribe? Jesus. Use Prime sub. Yeah, subscribe with Prime. Fucking boink. I did it. Okay, cool. Nice.
One of us. Google gobble.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know you were so horny and beautiful under your panties.
I'm just typing stuff in, hoping it.
I swallow cum.
Go on, bitch. I want to come now.
Michael! Michael.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I didn't know you were so horny and beautiful under your panties.
Hey, I'm back. I'm back. Hey, Mr. Phantom Pants. I don't hear anything? Wait, what do you mean? You must hear something. Midream, you heard it, right? Oh no, where'd Midream go? Did Midream go take a pee-pee too? Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I fixed myself up a little snack too. I was getting a little peckish, gang. Little peck.
Oh, I accidentally fucking muted myself. I wonder how long I was muted for.
So wait, you've been talking this whole time, just not to anybody?
It's possible.
Oh man.
Nice. Yeah, I was trying to do your commands. I forgot some of them. What's the stepbro one?
Hi, stepbrother.
Nice. Where can I see a list of these?
I need your help. Stepbrother, I'm making sandwiches.
That one's my favorite.
It's great because she's making sandwiches in the oven.
Nice.
I like how Mr. Phantom Pants says, I feel dirty. Okay. All those sound effects are very haram. The sandwich one.
Yeah,
is
the
the
sandwich
best.
one's fucking great.
All right. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to finish this drawing.
I was happy to see that fuck is still a command.
As it should be.
It's Danielle in the background. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Danielle. How's she doing?
That's a funny one. She's good. I talked to her a bit ago. She's doing well.
She's still dating that dude?
Yeah.
His art's still mediocre?
I think his art's pretty good. I haven't looked at it in a while. I forgot everything about him other than he's a dude dating Danielle. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at his art in since I saw it the first time.
I looked at his art once, and once was more than enough.
You didn't like it?
Nah, not my cup of tea. I mean, obviously I'm being a dickhead, but I'm just listen. That's the thing about art, right? It's literally not for everybody.
Right. Man, it is hot as the dickens in Nashville right now.
What's the temperature, baby? What's the humidity?
Humidity's up. It's high. Okay, let's see what my weather app tells me.
Because it could be like 70 degrees, which isn't that bad. But if the humidity is hot enough, man, it'll make you feel like you're living in soup.
Oh, wow. So it's 9:15 p.m. It's 90 degrees right now.
Shit. Dude, that's hot as balls, man.
Yeah, I'm looking for humidity, 57%.
Yeah, no, that's humid enough. Listen, 90 degrees. Phew. My God, man.
At 9:15 at night, dude. It's hot.
Yeah, it must have been. The sun must have been beating down on your ass all day.
I was driving home from my friends this morning, and on the way home, I turned off my air conditioning, and I sat in my hot car, like driving for a while, just like sweating,
Yeah.
and then I full blasted my heater. And I just fucking sweat. When I got out of my car, I was like dripping.
Oh, so you did like a little sauna action.
It was so good, dude.
Well, they say saunas and that stuff are supposed to be good for you.
I'm a big fan.
66 degrees where pink is. Alexa, what's the temperature here?
Right now, it's 69 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hey,
Tonight,
69.
expect a low of 68 degrees. Enjoy your night.
69, dude.
I don't know that.
You should watch that's directly from Bill and Ted.
The first one?
Yes.
That is a purely wholesome movie.
You know they use the F word for gay people in that movie?
Really?
Yeah, they call each other that word. They hug briefly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they hug briefly, and then they both call each other the F word.
Damn, dude. That's wild.
Nah, it's not wild at all when you think of the time frame. Your grandma used that word. You just didn't
Shit,
think.
my dad used that word.
Yeah, you just didn't think twice about it.
Yeah.
Back then, people used the word just to make fun of each other for showing affection toward another male fan. Right, that's what it was. Yeah, it had nothing to do with, it wasn't directed at any homosexual people specifically. They were just teasing each other. Does Danielle still
Dream a
stream?
little dream. Danielle does still stream. She does pretty well. She's making somewhat of a living off of streaming and doing some other things.
Ooh. Ooh la la.
Yeah. Yeah, she's doing well. I was supposed to help her recently with her copy of Ableton. I'm supposed to help her to just like fix up her thing a little more. She was still running the same like software that I had built for her years ago, you know.
Wow. You would help out an old lover like that?
Yeah, it's more like I would help out, you know, because like she's a talented artist. I'd like to give talented artists the tools they need to create art more easily, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, I think there's some really cool stuff that could pop out of there. I think the music that, you know, we did together was absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You made beautiful music together. You did. It's true.
Yeah, so if I can help more of that come into the world, I think it's pretty cool.
Do you think any babies were conceived to your music with Danielle?
Actually conceived, like,
Yeah.
wow. Maybe.
It'd be cool if you could prove that somehow. And yeah, I got nothing. I'm not helping out an ex I don't have a kid with. No evidence, no proof.
Yeah, and I think it's important to, you know, keep people in good like be in good standing with your relationships.
No justice,
like
no
that.
peace. Austin.
They got me face down in the middle of the street, piston whipping with the heat, sizzle damn, sizzle meat, catch me with all you can eat.
Just wondering, just thought, would you be interested in giving this full color and detail? I wouldn't be opposed to flats.
Mike, you ever draw furry porn? Furry porn?
I wouldn't be opposed to doing furry porn if the price is right.
I kind of want to make furry porn for money, dude.
Yeah, I don't like drawing pornography.
Really?
Yeah, it's not my jam. Not my jam.
I feel like you draw like mostly half-naked girls all the time.
I do. What I like about drawing the half-naked women is it's the allure of it. I like the like I generally don't even draw vagina. It's mostly just topless. I think because I like the idea of there being a like a bit of a mystique, if you will.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've drawn. Don't get me wrong. I've drawn full pennies before, but it's not my favorite. Furry stuff doesn't have to be pornographic. I thought it did. That's so funny. I thought by default there had to be, you know, one giant teddy bear thing is, you know, banging the other giant teddy bear thing.
There's got to be a cock somewhere.
That's right. Yeah. There better be some cock here. Or so help me. If there's not any cock here, I don't want anything to do with it. No, you feel free to name this character.
Who you drawing? This is like a random dude, or is this a dude?
This is a drawing prompt given to me by a person in the YouTube chat. I thought this would be a fun challenge to see if I can come up with a snooty, regal character just off the top of my head. Are you going to watch the Ken and Barbie film, Midroom?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling are going to be Ken and Barbie.
Oh wow, that's great, dude.
You want to see it together?
Yeah, we can hold hands.
Do you think Ryan Gosling will at any point shout, "It's Morbin time" during the Barbie
It's
film?
like, yeah, dude, totally.
If he did, I'd go see it.
Dude, I'm so happy that movie is what it is. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Same.
But I love that it's become a fucking meme. And I love that I love that they meme so hard that they actually convinced Sony that they could make money by putting it in the theater. And then we did the math. For the amount of money that it made and the average ticket price, each theater had about 6 people see it. The entire theater. Furry stuff doesn't have to be pornographic. No, it's just animal people. There's a whole furry culture out there, and a lot of it doesn't even touch sex. What's the point then? What's the point of being an animal if you're not going to bang? Do you still have nudes of Danielle on your devices, or did you delete them out of respect?
I'd actually deleted them out of respect.
I would have kept them.
Yeah, I know you would have, Mike.
Not for anything. Not for anything nefarious, by the way. Not for. I mean, if somebody
just for masturbation.
Yeah, just for jerking off. And if somebody politely asked me if you know, if I could delete them, I would definitely lie and tell them I would, but I wouldn't.
I know you would.
But I wouldn't share them. You know, I wouldn't share them.
Yeah, I feel that.
Also, that's illegal to do, by the way. They call that revenge porno.
Yes, very illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's unfair to anybody else I meet if I'm gonna take it seriously. If I had porn of my exes, or like videos of like us doing stuff together, even. It's like, it's not fair if I meet anybody, and it's like, yeah, I still jack off to my ex all the time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, kind of lame.
Best just upload it to the iCloud in a secret folder somewhere. Right, Pinky?
Yes.
Pinky, you still got photos of your ex's hog on your devices? I bet she does. She's got a secret folder. It's called Hogs R Us on it.
Nice.
And here I was thinking that furry stuff was all about the intercourse. 100%. All right, let's do some grayscale. Making love to Mike's show. Was somebody making love to my show, Too Woke? Who would do such a thing? Who would dare? Pinky dared. I believe Pinky once received cunnilingus to completion during the show.
I've probably done that.
Danielle, spread 'em, baby. Daddy,
Spread those cheeks.
I want to eat your pussy from the back during Dina Cola's show.
Put this Michael Danicola mask on.
Now you could name the character. Midream, what kind of music are you making these days?
None, dude.
Dude, come on, man. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I've kind of
You're the music
slowed
man.
down on caring too much. I came out with that album. I think it was really good, and I don't know. I'll probably come up with another album in like 8 months or something. Call it a day. You know? I don't know. I'm just kind of not caring much.
I'm sure the muse, she'll come back. Like the dirty little whore she is.
It's not about inspiration. It's about like feeling like, because like I can write a fucking album right now. It's more about feeling like it matters at all. Like, why would I put out music so that so I can be popular, so I can be on stage, so I can be famous, so I can make a lot of money. I can, like what are the things here? For the answers that are pertinent, for the answers that matter, I feel like I'd be better off doing something else. For the answers that don't matter, like, well, yeah, you know, fame and all the fucking girls and being on stage, I think that's all kind of lost its appeal, you know?
Sure. I see that.
Yep. And it's like, yeah, I have to spread my message. And it's like, yeah, or I could shut the fuck up.
No, you just gotta spread those cheeks.
Gotta spread those cheeks.
Spread them. Spread them. The Austin Denise story.
Spread those cheeks.
Hi, welcome to Spreading Them. I'm your co-host, Michael D. Nicole. We're talking about metaphysically spreading them. Spreading the cheeks of your soul.
Talking about spreading them.
We want you to spread your heart wide open.
I'm gonna spread that ass.
The spreading doesn't begin at the butt cheeks. It begins here, in the heart.
You're so wise, Michael.
When Guru Jacobson says he wants to eat that pussy from the back, you gotta look further than surface value. You've got to look at your metaphorical pussy. Can you name your next album, Austin, Metaphysical Pussy?
It's a really good idea. I think my next album is going to be named Mid Dream, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I'm going for it.
I like that. What would come after the
get
mid? Like
after that album?
No, I mean like like if you were in the middle of a dream and you're like, oh, we're in the mid dream now. What would the next part? What would the next stage of the dream be?
Lucid.
Nice. He should call it Morbin time.
Morbin time.
I love it. You know what? I didn't see myself doing concept art today, but here I am. Concept arting. Now, is it the best concept art in the world? Not even close. But will it do? That'll do, pig. That'll do.
It's great. Nailing it.
The only thing I nail harder than concept art is your mom.
Nice.
And I don't mean your mom specifically, Austin. I wouldn't do her that disservice. She's a lovely woman. She's a saint. I'm just talking about the mom. The proverbial mom.
Right, of course.
I've got a feeling your mom is really sweet. I just got
Dude,
yeah.
Absolute wonder of a person.
I believe it. I believe it. What'd you get? You get anything for Mother's Day?
No. I'm sending her some art soon. I was out of town, I think, for Mother's Day. Yeah, I call her a lot. I talk to her a lot, all that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, I went to the movies with my dad the other day. We saw Top Gun.
Nice, dude. Oh,
it's a good time. My dad's a good dude. I like spending time with him. Always said, if I ever get anybody pregnant, if I could be as half a good a father as my dad is, I'd be fucking golden.
you think you're gonna have kids?
I don't know, man. Sometimes I think, maybe yes. Sometimes I think, I don't know if it's in the cards. I don't know if it's something I want to do.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know if I'm cut out for that responsibility. What about you, Two Oak? Two Oak, you ever gonna come in a woman's pussy for procreation? What'd you think of Top Gun? I thought it was fucking awesome. I thought it was excellent. No spoilers, but excellent. Highly recommend, especially if you're a Top Gun nerd. They do it justice. They actually managed to pull off the thing I said is very tricky to pull off, which is they managed to tell a fun new story while honoring the past series.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Cobra Kai does as well. Cobra Kai is also another one where I think Top Gun is much higher caliber quality film than Cobra Kai, but just like Cobra Kai is very fun and also done in the same vein as the original Karate Kid, and they definitely, they pay umbrage to the series. It's the exact opposite of The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi shit on everything Star Wars for reasons. Yep. These Top Gun is the exact opposite of that. What'd you think of Top Gun 2, Woke? Austin, do you ever do TikToks?
I did for a second. I stopped. I'm done caring.
Yeah, I gotta pick up the pace, baby.
Gotta pick up the pace.
You know, I'm listening to Carpenter Brute right now.
Oh, nice. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm listening to that genre. You know.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It can get a little 80s for me sometimes. I'm not a huge fan of 80s tunes.
You know, though, this has got. Here, I'm gonna send you the song I'm listening to. Do you want me to send it to you in Discord?
Yeah, sure.
This has got that. It's like it's 80s inspired, but like while still like being modern, like modern 80s. I think which is the sweet spot for me. It's got it's got enough of the nostalgia, but it's got that. If it's just 80s for the sake of 80s, like that's not my jam. But yeah, give me that modern like vapor stink on it. You know, put a little cyberpunk on it, baby. You know, make it nasty. Make it real nasty. Austin, Dennis, Jacobson, hello, fruffy bound baby. Welcome.
I'm opening this track.
Yeah, this is like that. This is a group of music where it's like Carpenter Brute, Magic Sword. Let me know what you think. It might not be your cup of tea.
This is Revengeance Overcharge or something?
Yeah, Revengeance, baby.
All right, I'm listening.
I won't be offended if you don't like it, Austin.
I may like it. I may not like it.
I've never been called Asian Jesus before. That's a new nickname. Two Oak, what do you think?
Hey, look, it's Mike, Asian Jesus.
It's me. Kneel before me. Wait, does Jesus say kneel? Does he do like Loki? Kneel.
He makes them kneel, yeah.
And then he unzips. And then he parts the robes.
Yeah, he forces them to their knees with his Jesus magic.
Yeah, he does. He turns squirt into wine. You know, I was watching a porno the other day where an Asian woman was squirting all over a white man, and I just I didn't find it at all appealing.
Yeah. The squirting stuff is cool. Sometimes it's not cool though.
Like the lady that was actually it was a threesome. So it was a white dude, it was like what looked like to be a mixed Asian lady and a full-blown Asian lady. And you know, the full-blown one was riding on top of reverse cowgirl and just having at it. And then the second girl was like helping her out, you know, rubbing her up and, you know, giving her the assist. And then sure enough, dude, like Mount Vesuvius, she just starts gushing, baby. It's like it felt like we were at fucking Yosemite, man. No, I'm sorry. It felt like we were at fucking Yellowstone National Park, baby. The geyser.
Yeah.
And
erupting.
But like, and then like they moved the camera, so like it almost felt like you were in the splash zone, dude. Like watching Shamu at SeaWorld, dude. Like it was like hitting the camera lens, and I was just like, this is disgusting. Like I was watching, I was like, ooh, okay, this lady's pretty sexy. Who doesn't love a female male street three-way? Who doesn't, you know? Listen, they're ethnic. You know me, I love my ethnics. You know, dude, but the lady juice was too much, man. I'm like, dude, and also, you know, I gotta tell you, you know, the other thing is, some researchers analyzed squirt. And they found that found that it to be consisting of mostly urine. Like there's
partially urine, I thought.
I thought it was mostly.
It could be mostly.
I think it was mostly urine and pre-urine, like what it will eventually become, along with like other juices. But
juices.
So it's not 100% piss, but it's not 100% not piss that you're seeing. And you know what? Your boy don't like getting peed on.
Yeah, that's fair. It's totally fair.
So yeah, no, it took me out of it. Shut it off. Wasn't interested. Moved on. Not my bag, baby. Not my bag, baby. What's up? What's up, Pedro? Have you seen that? Have you seen that clip about of Pedro Pascal talking about how he's your daddy?
No.
I should post that. You know I will post that. Give me one sec. I can see squirting being mostly urine. Every time I have felt it, felt like I had to pee, so I believe it. Well, that's what every girl says. It's like, I feel like I have to pee. And the guys are just like, don't worry, baby, I got a towel. And I'm like, you know, you wouldn't need the towel if you just didn't piss the bed. Listen, call me old-fashioned, but just making a lady orgasm, that's more than enough for me. I don't need a waterworks show going on that I'm gonna have to clean up, by the way, because again, just because it's not all piss doesn't mean that if you don't clean it up, it's not gonna smell like somebody pissed your bed sheets.
Yep.
If somebody walks into your bedroom and it smells like piss, you're like, did you piss your bed? It's like, no, she just squirted in the bed. That's not going to make it any better. It's like, oh, okay, that's what that smell is. No problemo.
Oh, that's fine then.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was urine. It's just partially urine. That's so much better. I gotta find the video. Yeah, boy, Pedro. Was that a new person in here? Me wonders. No, your boy Pedro's been in here before. He's an old timer. All right, where was that video I was looking for? Where are you, video? There we go, found it. All right, I'm going to... I'm going to upload... Nope, it's been a while. Good to be back. Welcome back, baby. Pedro. Pedro, what's new with you, baby? How you holding up? Save video. I'm saving the video. Video saved. Now I'm going to Discord. I'm going to go into the memes channel and upload this video for you, Austin, just for your viewing pleasure. What the hell? I'll play it.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
I'll play it on stream for everybody. But I uploaded specifically for you. But everybody's going to have to see it now. Wait, so Austin, what do you think of this song?
Thought it was good.
Oh, well, this is fun. The file won't upload to Discord because I don't know why. It stuck it. There it is. All right, let's doing good. I learned how to draw women better. Great. I know how to draw women way better than I know how to draw men. You know, I could draw them adequately, but it still ain't great. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Sorry, I'm trying to download this thing. One of my favorite songs. Oh yeah, I remember that song. I forgot about that song. Matter of fact. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm trying to open this video, but I'm trying to open this video, but it won't work. Also, I didn't know that I had YouTube muted this entire time. Wow, I didn't know there was no music playing for the video, the entire video. Shows you how smart I am. What the? There we go. Alright, that was too much of a pain in the goddamn ass. Alright, there. Finally, I got the video, Austin. Here we go. I'm going to play it for everybody now. This is the video I was talking about. Cool. It's only 15 seconds. When your first day working on the Razor Crest doesn't go as planned, Austin.
Daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm your daddy.
Austin, he sounds just like you.
I think I have seen that.
Daddy is a state of mind, you know
Is
what
it
I'm
really
saying?
funny? Am I missing it?
I'm your daddy.
I don't think it's super funny. Was that funny?
It's not like, it's not laugh out loud funny, but it's like, you know, it's like, you know, that kind of like exhale out of your nose, like, kind of funny. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's about as funny as it is. But I just like that it's Pedro Pascal. Also seeing your boy Pedro made me think of Pedro Pascal. Made me think of Pedro Pascal.
Is that actually him talking, saying that?
Yeah, it's what somebody did was he actually said that, and somebody ran his voice through a voice modulator.
Oh, funny. Okay, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's actually. Hang on, I'll pull it up for you. I'll pull it up for you. Are you more of a Bert or are you more of an Ernie, Austin?
I honestly have no idea.
Oh, here we go. So here's actual Pedro Pascal himself saying this.
But daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy. But daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy.
I love it.
So somebody took that sound effect and ran it through the Mandalorian helmet. So when he says, you know, this line.
Daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm your daddy.
Yeah, that's great.
And also, you know, dude, the people in the comments were like, geez, not in front of the baby. The baby's right there.
Nice.
You've dated girls that call you daddy before. Is it weird?
I don't know. Kinda, I guess. I'm okay with it. Girl can call me daddy.
I don't know. You know what? I don't hate it, but I'm not really here for it.
Yeah, I can go either way. I don't really care.
Did you call your dad daddy when you were a wee babe?
Dad.
What about Papa?
Nope.
What about papa?
Nope.
What about father?
Only when I'm being sarcastic.
What about did you ever call your dad by his name?
Not really, no.
It was always, I had friends that would do that. They would call their parents by their legal name. And it was so strange.
I have some friends who do that. It's kind of weird.
It was always weird to me. Yeah, my friend Jenna, she would call her parents Gary and Tina. Tina and Gary is what she'd call them, not mom and dad. But her children call them, you know, I think her children call them grandpa and whatever. All right, what if you had children? Would you have them call you papa, father, daddy?
Call me dad.
What about pa?
Dad checks out.
Pa?
Pa? Nah, I like dad.
I think John Amore, I think he said he calls his parents pa. Pa and ma. Like Pa and Ma Kent.
Are you allowed to call your parents mom and dad because, you know, you're adopted?
No, I can't. If I call them mom and dad, they beat me.
Nice. Cool.
They viciously
So
beat
what do
me.
you have to call them?
Sir. Sir and ma'am.
Nice.
There's got to be people who their parents make them call them like sir and ma'am, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude.
Well, fuck them then. Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, get wrecked. Yeah, get wrecked. Your parents are shit. Did Danielle's family like you? Did you all get along?
Yeah.
Did you call them?
Likeable guy.
Did you call them mom and dad?
Hey, mom. Hey, dad. Haha. No.
Do you think Danielle's parents miss you?
Maybe. I said hi to her mom the other day, real briefly.
Oh, well, like on the phone?
Yeah.
That's sweet. I called my parents Papa and Mama, but only because I'm basically saying in Spanish. You didn't call your dad Padre?
What, me? No, that other dude.
No, yeah, Pedro in the chat.
Nice.
Not you. It'd be funny if you called your dad Padre. I feel like
Hey,
your dad.
Padre.
I feel like your dad isn't the kind to go for that shit, though. How many siblings do you have again? 3 or 4?
I'm the 4th of 7.
Fuck me, man.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, I like it.
What do you like about it?
I don't know. I got all my bros and sisters, dude. It's tight.
If you say so. I think if I could have gone, if I had the choice, I think I would have gone only child. Would have been more my bad.
Really?
Yeah.
You're crazy, dude.
No, I wanted all the attention for myself. Yeah, I'm just an animal like that. I'm a fucking animal. Yeah, no, man. I I honestly didn't like sharing my parents' attention or affection, so I was a little shit to my
Nice.
sibling. Nah, not nice. I think she fucking still hates me for it.
Aw.
Yeah. What are you gonna do though? Say la vie. Padre is too formal.
Is Padre more like when you're at church?
I guess so.
Like the priest, maybe you'd call him Padre? Father.
Do you call the priest Padre, Pedro? Pedro's such a badass, the priest calls him Padre. Austin, Dennis, Jacob. Wow, I can't believe you have 7 siblings, dude. How many of them are full-blooded?
No, I have 6 siblings.
Oh, 6 siblings. Sorry, 7 total.
I'm the 4th of 7. Yeah.
Wait, so how many are full-blood siblings?
4 of us are full blood. 2 of us are half. And 1 of them is a stepsister.
Oh wow, so you could actually have sex with a stepsister
I could.
without any without your baby being retarded or anything, if she got pregnant.
Yeah, probably, you know.
Is she fine, Austin? She's a sexy lady?
No, she actually suffers from a mental deficit, a mental handicap.
Oh boy,
And
Austin, Jesus,
yes.
man.
Is living with my parents still.
God damn it, dude. Why you gotta do this to
Yeah,
me,
not-
Austin? How you gotta do me like that?
Not very opportune, Mike.
Why you gotta do me like that in public, no less?
Fucking got him. Look at this guy Mike over here.
Yeah, right? Man, jeez. Too bad I don't feel shame. But if I did, boy, I'd be really... This would be something I'd think about. Fortunately, though.
Right, of course.
Fortunately,
It kind of comes with the territory of being totally okay with asking your buddy if he wants to bang his stepsister. If she's hot, you know,
Dude,
kind of-
John Amore's dad died, right? And I asked him,
what did you do?
I said, John, what's the appropriate amount of time after your dad died to jerk off again?
Jesus.
I said, how long do you wait before you start touching yourself after your dad's dead? I think he said a couple weeks.
Takes a couple weeks of staying strong.
Now, I would say, if it was me, if I was the dead dad, you know what? I would say, Joe, don't hold back, man. Hell, if you got to jerk off, excuse yourself, go to the bathroom right at the funeral home.
You gotta go fucking wank it out.
Don't let me stop you.
Fucking wank it out.
Yeah, don't let me stop you, baby. Speaking of siblings, I'm in the middle of 5. They drive me crazy, but I can't imagine what it'd be like without them. Yeah, you know, I don't have that kind of bond with mine. Does your stepsister, does she recognize you? Like when you come home? Or you're like, oh, is she like, oh, hey, it's Austin? Or is it, you know, not like that?
Yeah. No, yeah. She's like a person.
Well, I don't know how bad the disability is.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean she's a person for sure. She she has trouble with some social stuff and some like education stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you like her. I mean, you get along and all that.
Yeah, they're great.
Pedro. Awesome. What was the last thing you drew?
I posted on my Instagram. That was one of the last things I drew. I drew that, was it yesterday, the day before? I posted that. I've been playing around with the style of like cloudy, charcoaly looking stuff, you know? It's very, very cloudy looking. It's super cool. I'm really liking the style.
Sounds like it's rich in texture.
It is. Here, I'll text you the last thing I drew. Or Discord better?
Yeah, Discord works.
There, I sent it to you.
Alright, let me crack this bad boy open, baby. We're splitting her wide open. Do you have a favorite sibling? You don't have to say who. Ooh, that's cool.
I gotta go with
like 'em.
no on that one.
Now, are you saying that to be nice, or?
Nah.
Pedro, do you have a favorite sibling? I feel like if I had a, you know, Pedro's got 5 siblings, you've got 6. I feel like if I had that many siblings, you better believe somebody's gonna be
like one of them's got to stand out, right?
Yeah, there's got to be a clear winner in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's not really the case. Not how it works. Mike, where the
Yes.
hose at, you know?
I don't know. You're asking me. It's just you and me tonight, baby. No, you and I are the only hoes in this place.
We are the hose.
No, I don't like that at all. All right, you know what? I'm going to end it here, call it a day. You fucking animals. I've been on 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's 11 p.m. my time. I'm wrapping it up, baby. I'll be back tomorrow. Austin, dude, thanks for hanging out this whole time, man. This is great. You
Dude,
made
it was good to vibe.
Dude, I feel like I could hang out with you for hours without batting an eye.
Yeah, dude. I gotta come up to New York. We gotta vibe out one of these days.
100%.
Sounds awesome.
My younger sister, we usually never argue or anything, and we always watch anime movies together. That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. See, Pedro knows what's up. Padre Pedro, he knows who his favorite sibling is. I bet if you think hard enough, Austin, you'll figure that out too. You're the best, buddy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody. Have a good one. I'll see you in the Discord.